Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass gaining MSCO. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum. And now, join us as we speak with your favorite Filipino celebrities and inspiring people. This is the podcast for global Filipinos around the globe. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Live from New York and New Jersey, the #1 only show in the East Coast. Your host, Jesse and J-Cats.
Energy. Oh my God.
Energy. Parang hindi tayo nag-usap naka-black and white tayo.
Parang nga.
Today.
Ito ko print on print.
Oh,
my
diba?
God.
Kumusta po kayong lahat? My God, good morning po. It's 10:39 a.m. here in the U.S., especially in New York and New Jersey. So, good morning po sa aming dearest USA. At sa Pilipinas naman po, it's 10:39 p.m. Matutulog na mga tao pero hindi pa gumigimik pa ata kung open na ba sa Pilipinas dahil sa COVID, diba? Yung iba, I think meron na, slowly nag-o-open na raw ang Pilipinas. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oo nga,
I
parang,
hope so.
parang something may open na ilang porsyento ng mga businesses ata.
Yeah,
nakita ko. I'm not just sure what it is.
Sana open na, no? Para at least, lalo na yung mga live show sa Pilipinas, diba? So, Joycas, ikaw naman. Joycas, go!
Yes, and good morning po sa lahat mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide universe!
Verse! My God, ano ba? Kumusta ang Friday night mo? Kumusta?
Ay, kaya ayan, hindi ako I'm not really feeling that well kasi medyo napuruhan ako kagabi.
What time did you guys came home?
College friends and friends that I haven't seen here in New York for a long time. So I have to dedicate time kasi nagtatampo na rin, you know. Kaya ayan, but yeah, we went to the city and we had like unlimited drinks.
Oh my God.
Na cocktails. Umpisa pa lang bangenge na kami.
Oh my God.
And then one of my friends, which is shout out to Kim, her husband is an executive chef in the modern Yotel Hotel. Sa Yotel Hotel.
Wow.
And we went there afterwards and libre ang food. So thank you, Marky, for the free
Aba,
food and
oo nga, sayang,
libations.
hindi kami nakasama, no? Yaan mo na. Kasi I'm not feeling well. Natulog talaga ako. Yung ano nga, insomnia ko, ewan ko, bigla na lang lumalabas lately. Pero okay
Ano kaya
lang.
yan? Kasi meron ka namang medyo bukas yung third eye mo. Wala ba sinasabi kung bakit ka medyo
Ewan.
medyo may
Ganun,
medyo
I
may
don't know.
iniisip ka ba? May parating ba? O si
I
Direk ba?
don't
Hindi ka
know.
pinapatulog? Ano bang
Hindi ko
ginagawa niya
alam.
sa'yo?
I don't know. Kaya nga nag-sleeping pills ako. Kaya ayun, medyo nakatulog na ako ngayon. Kaya okay na. Yan. Tsaka medyo raining ngayong Saturday, no? We're going to a winery again after this. So, bahala na kung anong mangyari mamaya. Anong wag nila? Ito, tamad na naman
May bubong
Birthday
naman
ni
doon.
AV eh.
May bubong naman doon.
Oo,
diba?
happy birthday,
Nandun
AV.
tayo eh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, AV.
Ate
Sorry.
Marisa Del
Wala ko
Mar.
mamaya.
Oh, is she here? Oh, yeah. Happy
Belated
birthday,
happy
Ate
birth-
Marisa.
belated happy birthday,
Belated
Ate
happy
Marisa.
birthday. At may interview natin yan kasi she's running for a party list, OFW.
Party list. Yeah,
And
OFW.
ang tawag dito, I think she's running for congresswoman. Nako! Siyempre, may interview natin yan ng aming Ate Marisa Del Mar. So, before natin introduce ang special guest, we would like to say hi sa mga unang-unang nag-comment. At JCas, sobra akong excited ngayon kasi siyempre, my God, ako naman ang guest natin, di ba? Parang we are not worthy. Hairdresser to the celebrities. Di ba? Parang sana galawin
And
yung buko.
in her
these
own
days.
right, celebrity na rin siya.
Oo
Alam mo
naman,
yun?
yes. Oo,
At saka
celebrity na rin siya.
Ang bait-bait, ang ganda ng aura niya.
Oo nga,
Yeah.
no. Maganda. Lahat na kompleto na ang bakla. At anak mayaman pa. Diyos
Ayun,
ko, Lord.
yun ang gusto ko. Gusto ko siya maging best friend.
Yak talaga. Ikaw talaga. User. So anyways,
Ang pera.
we would like to say hi sa mga unang-unang nag-comment. Hi, Kay Morales. Hello. Andi dito lagi si Kay. I love you,
Oh,
Kay.
hi, Kay.
Ate Marisa Del Mar. Hi, Ate Marisa. Congratulations again and belated happy birthday. Ate Pilar Mateo is here. Thank you, Ate Pilar,
Ate
for
Pilar.
introducing Celeste to us. Diba? Ako, napaka bait na. Mukhang mabait. I'm so excited to get to know her better. Si Ate Tat. Lagi ako nag-aate sa'yo, Tita Maha. Hi, Tita Maha. Kumusta? Hello. I'll talk to you later. Nako, ang tawag dito. Sige, mag-hi na tayo. Mag-introduce ko na ang ating special guest for today. Okay. Our esteemed guest for today has been the preferred hairstylist of top celebrities like Marian Rivera, Angel Oxine, Maine Mendoza, Alden Richards, Casey Concepcion, and many more. Armed with her years of continuous learning, plus the only Filipino with extensive training at the Vidal Sassoon Academy, extending the 2 international masters in London. Aba, ang sosyal. Diba? She is not only a hairdresser, but also became a trusted friend and confidant of these stars, which can be seen in her own YouTube channel, Celestified, where her current 147K subscriber enjoy her talking to different stars. And the latest is our favorite, Angel Oxine and Bea Alonzo. Wow. Let's get to know her and find out the magic with her scissors and her gift of gab. Guys, please welcome the hairdressers to the celebrities, Miss Celeste Tuviera.
Yay.
Woo! Kumusta,
Hello.
girl? Kumusta?
Hey, J-Cas.
I know.
Hello.
Okay lang. Mag-hi ka naman sa mga fans mo at sa mga nanonood all over the world, especially
Yeah.
mga taga-US.
Hello, everybody. It's late night here. I know it's morning in the US. Hello, everybody. I have a lot of friends both in the East Coast and the West Coast. Hello. From Manila.
Kumusta? Alam mo,
Good.
thank you. Alam ko pagod ka pa no? Galing ka saan? Sa
Shoot. Oo,
sa
galing akong
shoot.
shoot. Oo, yeah.
wow.
Sabi ko
So,
nga, ayan, may marka pa ako ng mga...
Pwede mo ba sabihin
Mga
publicly
mask.
yung shoot mo na kanina and with whom?
I had a shoot. It's confidential, but it's an advertising shoot with Maine Mendoza.
with May
Ayun.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Aba naman. Ang galing, no?
Ang saya.
Alam mo, lagi ka ba, busy? Ganito ka ba busy all the time? Or kahit pandemic life? Kahit during pandemic?
Oh, I think recently, ang maganda is everything has been picking up. So advertising work has picked up quite a lot. And luckily, and well, luckily for me and for so many others who work in the beauty industry, dahil nag-pick up ang advertising, ang dami naming ginagawang work. And
Ginagawa.
oo, and recently I've been working a lot with Heidi Lindias, our champ.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's also doing a lot of
Oh
endorsements.
my
So
God, ang
so
galing.
nakakaano, ang sarap sa pakiramdam. Kasi
Talaga.
you're working with the very first gold medalist
Wow,
of the country in
at
the
saka ang
Olympics.
galing kasi imagine wow, like ikaw ang lagi nilang kinukuha. That means you're really, really good. Di ba?
Ah,
The go,
I
the
don't
go,
know how to,
the go-to.
Humble
but
niya.
thank you, thank
Di
you.
ba? I mean
I
that has something
try.
to do with your craft, of course, with the way you how you
Try.
handle their hair, di ba? Kasi kung hindi ka naman magaling, definitely they will not pick you, right?
I I'm in love with hair. I love what I do. I'm very passionate with it. So siguro yun. I think like you guys, I can sense how happy you are doing this kahit na napakaaga.
Oo, oo, sobra. Ay,
Oo.
grabe.
Part
Pero
na
I
ng
Oo.
ano
can
eh.
sense that
Part na ng
you're
DNA namin eh. Alam mo
Oo,
yun.
oo, oo.
I can sense how much you enjoy this. So ganun din ako with hair. Sabi ko nga wag niyo akong kausapin tungkol sa buhok, baka abutin tayo hanggang bukas. Yun yung sinasabi ko kay
Ah, talaga?
oo, oo.
Oh
That
my
was actually
God.
part of the teaser of my episode coming up on my YouTube channel with Bea. And sabi ko sa kanya, ganun pag ikaw passionate ka about acting, ako about hair, pag nagsimula kang magkwento about it, you get very like carried away, di ba?
Carried away. Totoo yan, no? Na tipong baka
Oo.
kwento mo pang history ng hair, saan nag-umpisa ang shampoo, ang conditioner.
Oo, bakit ganito yung mga follicles, ganyan ang itsura, ganito ang
Grabe.
itsura niya under the microscope. Diba?
Oo. Baka
Grabe.
pati different types of hair disease and cancers. So my God.
Grabe.
I'm sure,
Grabe.
no, napag-aralan nyo.
Pero
Teka,
bago,
sandali.
ayan.
Oo, bago ang
tayo
lahat, di ba?
sumaya yung usapan
Nakalimutan
natin.
ko. Nag-enjoy na kasi ko. Okay, go. Kailangan nating mag-toast. Meron kaming ka-eklatan dite. Yan.
Oh, sige, game.
Ayan. O, sige. Okay. Alright. Kailangan namin i-welcome. Anong iniinom mo ngayon?
Mainit na siya.
Ati, hindi ka ba, umiinom ka ba usually ng mga wine or...
No, hindi. Very occasional lang talaga. I think,
talaga?
well, tonight, kasi nga, I work the whole day. Medyo mahaba yung trabaho. And I just wanna relax and just, and mainit na siya will help me.
Aww.
And tomorrow is a Sunday, so I kind of just want to slow everything down
And
you
just,
know.
stay home and
Oo.
chill.
But
Baka
thank
pwede
you
ka na mag-wine.
for hanging out
Oo.
with us though and in your chill time
My God,
after
sobra.
your full day.
Oo nga. Sabi kong, hala, may time
problem.
pa kaya pero maraming
No
salamat.
problem.
Ayan.
No
O sige,
problem. It's my honor.
sige, kailangan ka na namin i-welcome. Tapos para kompleto na
Okay.
tsikahan. Okay, go.
Alrighty.
Sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming Dearest USA, guys, let's welcome, my God, ang hairstylist ng mga celebrities. Please welcome Miss Celeste Tuviera. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers!
Walang alak today.
Oo, walang
Ang mga
alak
bakla.
today. Okay, go.
Mali.
Oo. Ayan,
Tapos may
picture
photo op tayo.
tayo.
Isang photo op lang. Ayan, racer tapos kwentuhan na tayo. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3. Ayan.
Ayan.
Umpisa na tayo ng chikahan. Teka, wait. So, Celeste, I'm just curious kasi I know that you came from a very affluent, a well-off, affluent family, right? Like, but your parents are the producer?
Basically, yeah, my dad is actually the producer of Eat Bulaga, which is the longest running noontime show in the
Oh,
Philippines.
yes. Oo.
Right now, I think it's on its 43rd year.
Wow.
So, 6 years
Grabe.
old ako when it started. Do the math.
Oh my God. Bata ka
Hindi,
pa. Oo.
Pero, yun. So, 43 years and basically the family is about, in the business of entertainment in film and television.
So what happened?
And
Oh.
yun.
So what
Oo.
happened? Bakit hindi ka napunta doon?
Did you have something to do with that before you ventured on your own?
Yeah,
How did that started? Yeah.
si dad was really trying to encourage me to get into it. So, nagpunta ako sa LA, nag-AFI ako, nag-extension courses ako sa UCLA ng assistant directing.
Okay.
Tapos, tapos
Wow.
nag-aral ako ng Com Arts sa Lasal.
Okay.
Um, but it wasn't my calling. I couldn't I couldn't feel it sa sarili ko na parang it
Oh.
didn't make my heart, leap. Well, not to say that I am not grateful for the business, and for how good my dad always says this business has been so good to us. This industry has been so good to us. So I am absolutely grateful for that. Hindi ko lang makita yung sarili ko na doing that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, yan na ang conversations
Oo.
namin.
Oo.
Oo,
So
oo.
parang, so talagang we eat, sleep, and think entertainment. It's TV and film. Although my brothers got into the business, ako hindi. So
Okay.
I tried. Pero I knew since I was 8, and that was very early, that I wanted to be a hairdresser. 8.
8 years old?
Oo.
Paano?
Mm.
Teka ha,
Naka
paano
yung
ginawa mo? Paano mo nalaman
may
na, this is my calling?
Oo, kasi dati nakatira kami sa isang apartment sa San Juan.
Okay.
San Juan
San Juan,
City.
yes, yes.
Oo. Tapos merong katabing nung araw ang tawag parlor.
Oo, oo,
May
parlor.
katabing parlor.
Oo, salon, oo.
Tapos ang mommy, every time I come home from school, paghahanapin niya ako, doon niya ako mahanap. Kasi pinapanood ko sila, ginagawa nila yung, I was always so fascinated. Sabi ko, gusto ko yan. Gusto ko yung
My
ginagawa nila.
God.
Pero
Amazed ka na
syempre,
kaagad.
At
Oo.
the age of
pero
8. Okay.
8. Pero my dad was like, "Ano ba naman tong batang to?" And as years went on, I was really drawn to it. And sabi ng daddy, we sent you through very good schools. Bakit yun ang gusto mong
Ayun ang gusto
gawin?
mo. Oo, 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 oo.
Ay, gusto ko talaga. And then he said, o sige, sila ni mom, ang deal ito. Mag-aral ka, magtapos ka. Pag nagtapos ka, then you have a backup. Pagka natapos mo yan, you give us a degree. Then we will let you go to the best school that you can find for hair. So,
Oh.
ginawa ko, dali-dali. Natapos ako sa Lasal, inabot ko ang diploma. Tapos sabi ko,
For communication arts.
fly na
Okay.
ako.
Pero
Oo.
pag
Fly
pero
na ako. No, I shifted. Because
Oh,
hindi ko
okay.
siya hindi ko siya talaga love. And
Okay.
it was a very demanding course. There were a lot of projects for radio production, television
Yes.
production, photography. Tapos ang dami yung projects. Sinasabit.
Yun yung ano, I
Sabi
took
ko,
up communication arts. That's
there
why
you
I know.
go, di
Oh,
ba? So,
ako naman
hindi,
nahahay doon.
sabi
Gusto
ko,
ko.
hindi, see, because
Oo.
this is really your calling.
Oo.
Sabi ko, hindi ko talaga kaya. So I shifted to interdisciplinary studies. Tapos, talaga iniisip ko, matapos, makapagbigay ako ng diploma. Tapos,
Well,
oo.
pero Celeste, I'm
Yeah.
imagining you, yung bata ka pa rin ba mga 8 years old, did you practice that hairstyling sa mga Barbie dolls?
No, that's actually super cliche kasi never ko ginawa. Never,
So
never
it's
ako
all in
naglaro
your
sa mga
mind.
sa mga Barbie. Okay, you know what I realized about myself? I was so scared. I knew in my head I was creative, pero I was so scared to just let it out. Alam mo yon, parang I
Oh.
needed, because I'm such a nerd about things, I need to know paano ba yan, step by step, the technique, how do you do it properly? And then, when I started to learn how to do it, yun na. I think I'm more a technician. I like to learn things the proper way. Tapos I
Oh,
will
okay,
do
okay.
it. Tapos siguro nung nagsasoon na ako, parang doon ko na-realize na once you know how to do things, you have the technique, you've studied it extensively, then you have this sort of like a gold mine of knowledge that you pull out like a magician's hat.
Oo.
Okay, this is
Yes,
what I
yes.
need. to execute this kind of hair. This is what I need. This technique is what I need to color the hair whichever way I want.
Yes.
Doon pa lang ako naging medyo creative. But sa hair, kasi pag kailangan alam ko yung I
mas
didn't
gusto
wanna
mo
go at it
technical.
blindly. Oo.
Oo, okay,
Ang
okay.
nerd ba? Ang
Hindi,
medyo
parang
nerd.
Hindi,
parang,
ang galing.
parang hair scientist, di ba?
Oo. Kasi yung iba,
Yeah.
di ba, parang, kumbaga, yung iba hindi, they don't need like proper training muna. They can just do it on their own by just looking. Pero yung sa'yo
Yeah.
talaga, ang galing kasi talaga inaral mo siya, no?
Inaral ko. And then I was a big nerd about it. Like, we're showing photos right now of me in London. This was the International Masters. And every year they would take in about 10 students. This only happens twice in a year, one during fall and one during spring.
Okay.
And then they choose 10 from all over the world. That's why they call it the International Masters. Then you have to have been a hairdresser for maybe 7 or 8 years before you join in. Kasi you work with the international creative team. So hindi ka naman nila spoon feed na ganito step by step by step. It's already like a more creative, they assume that you know what you're doing. They assume
Exactly.
that you can, you can play with them. So it's a playground, it's fun.
And Vidal Sassoon to boot, the top academy.
Imagine, ha? Wow.
Yeah.
So balik tayo dun sa inabot mo yung diploma sa parents mo. So, ayan, I already finished college, the degree that I promised you. So, how did you convince them na, wait, let me start?
No,
So, paano?
I knew where to go. I knew I wanted to go to
Sinulat
syempre,
mo na
super
talaga.
research.
Super research ka, oo.
Oo. Sabi ko, doon ko gusto, ganito, ganyan. Tapos, I wanted to really go. There are two big academies. One in the mothership, which is in London. Because Vidal is British and the whole establishment is actually British. And then they have a huge academy in Los Angeles, in Santa Monica. So, sabi ng daddy, wala tayong kamag-anak sa London. Doon ka sa, alam mo naman mga magulang, di ba?
Oo,
Parang
mga magulang,
wala
takot.
tayong
Oo,
kamag-anak. Kailangan kung ano mangyari sa'yo, meron tayong. So, I ended up in LA. So, dun muna ako. So that the program was a cosmetology degree, which took, how many hours? 1,600 hours to finish. So, yun. Ang saya.
Galing.
Ang
galing,
sarap.
no? Alam mo, the way you talk about hair, the way you talk about like yung journey mo, mararamdaman mo sa yung aura mo, yung passion mo talagang sobrang nag-exude talaga, no? Nasa aura mo,
Jessie, kasi
Ganun mo
pinaglaban
kamahal.
ko, Jessie. Pinaglaban ko.
Oo nga.
Ay, hindi ba
Ayaw
dahil
ayaw
sa-
nila.
Hindi ba syempre, parang, meron ng pangalan Tuviera, di ba? Syempre, Tuviera, no? So, parang feeling ko nga nun, di mahihirapan to kasi you already have the name Nakadikit yan sa'yo So it's easier for you to you can use the Tuviera name as a leverage, to go up the ladder. So anong nangyari? Like talagang you started from scratch? Tingnan mo naman.
I think
magkaganyan.
that's the, di ba?
Ang ganda ng
Marian,
Pinoy.
yeah.
Volume, baby, volume, di ba?
Volume.
Yeah,
Yes.
the bigger the hair, the closer to God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yan, oo.
Pag-uwi ko, talaga magpapacelestified ako. Okay, go.
Alam mo na, Jessie, akong bahala sa'yo. No, I was going to ano nga yung question? Okay.
Oo.
No, basically, ang naging feeling ko kasi, parang pag meron kang mga magulang na successful, you kind of want to build your own path and you would like to leave that shadow. Don't get me wrong, I am very proud of my dad and the name that he has built. Pero syempre, parang ayaw mo naman na, si D.O.B., daughter of the boss, di ba? Parang, hindi. Kumbaga parang, I really wanted to create my own path, my own career.
True.
So, yun nung pinasok ko talaga ang hair, kasi normally, like dito sa Pilipinas, ang alam ko, maraming, the mom or it's a family business, a generation that came before them, tapos yung susunod, ganon. So, meron nagtuturo, di ba? Meron kang mentor, meron kang support, backup.
Yeah. So, mga
Ako
connections
wala
din. Talaga?
Oo, wala ako kasing, wala namang, no one came before me na sa family na matutulungan ako to, will
For the
tell
hair.
me this is, or
Oo.
that the business, this is the
Oo.
way to do it, ganun. Lahat kami, walang alam. So,
Oh,
yun. So, this was 20 years ago. So,
galing
I'm still
naman.
standing.
Pero ano yung when you started, hindi mo na naisip agad na maybe kasi nga my father's in the show business na pwedeng maybe or may close ka na artista siguro by that time and dun ka mag-start sa kanila kasi maisip mo na yun na this will help my brand
Connections
grow.
lang.
Oo.
Oo, mga connections
When you
andyan
were
na eh.
starting. Nagkaroon ka ng mindset na gano'n na I would.
Well, hindi rin eh. Kasi, unang-una, I think because hairdressing is a skill, you only get better through time. 'Di ba? Hindi ka naman kaagad, ang galing ko na, lumabas, you came out of school, lumabas ka from the academy and you're like, yeah, I'm the shiz. I'm good to
Yeah.
do
Give
it.
me your hair,
Hindi.
guys. Parang gumanong ka na.
Oo,
Oo.
hindi dai.
Oo.
Wala akong kumpiyansang
Ah.
ganon. When I came out, I was still like, not ready. I need to go back. So, every time magpa-practice dito, I was working for free a lot of the time. Kasi you're trying to get your name out there.
Oo.
Tapos talagang dugo sa mata, tenga, ilong, lahat.
Lahat
Talagang,
na.
at saka mano-mano
Wow.
siya. It's labor intensive, di ba? Hindi naman to trabahong parang di ba? Yung talagang tatayo ka behind chairs for hours. Everything's moving. You're blow drying hair, you're cutting, you're coloring, and then your mind is working because you're trying to come up with the proper, you're looking back into your technique. Ano nga ba yung napag-aralan ko? How do I mix this color? If I want this, how do I do this? Yung ganon. So, but then
Wow.
I wasn't confident. So, nag-aral ako ng nag-aral. So, ang ginagawa ko, I would practice and then mag-iipon akong konti and then lilipad ako. Mag-aaral ako ulit. Mag-aaral ako. Babalik, trabaho, tapos aral na naman, aral. So until the pandemic hit, I was at the International Masters. So every year yan, minsan twice a year, I'll go back and study. And during the pandemic, I enrolled online. Um,
Oh.
Parang it's my oxygen. It's like the way
Wow.
I would
Yeah.
feel confident about my work. And I think every single person who trusts me to do their hair deserves that from me. Hindi yung parang, o dumedma ka na lang, o sige, prente ka na, okay, magaling na ako. Ay, hindi.
Ang
Huwag
galing,
ka nang
no?
mag-hair. Wag mo na tong gawin kung ang
And,
feeling mo
and is
magaling
there
ka.
really something new to learn every year pa rin with hair?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm like a kid in a
Galing, ah.
candy store. Pag tuwing, ay nako.
Nagugulat ako kasi I thought na, okay, when it comes to hair, you don't, that's it. If you studied in what,
Yung basic siguro
amazing,
ng
let's say for
pagkat or
example,
whatever.
if you studied in a university about hair, nag-masters ka na, and that's it. You just have to stop, like the only thing that you will learn is through experience. Pero ikaw, experience/education pa din.
Oo, yes. It's
Galing.
continuing education. You don't ever
Ibang
stop. There's so much to learn. So much to learn.
talaga,
Talaga.
buhok sa
Oo,
buhok,
at saka
no?
ma-amaze ka talaga. Kasi the moment you see these masters at work, you're sitting there and you're wondering, what? How did they do that? That is stunning. That is amazing. That's amazing work. Ganon.
Wow. Pero
So,
wait, wala kang plan. Ay, kaya pala ito. Kaya ka when did you open your first salon sa Pilipinas?
oh my God, 1997. Kasi nga ang dad ko was saying, let's own a franchise. Huwag ka na, talaga he was trying to take me as far away from it. Sabi niya,
Oo.
gusto mo parang salon? O sige, let's just buy a franchise. So we owned a franchise of a salon and he didn't want me to work on the floor. Sabi ko, but that's not what I want. I want to work on the floor.
Oo.
The where?
Hindi pa rin niya maintindihan siguro, no? Yung
Hindi niya talaga mag-gets.
Hindi
Oo.
talaga.
Tapos?
Tapos sabi ko, hindi gusto ko talaga. So yun na yung lumipad na ako sa Soon.
Oo.
Sabi ko, kasi this is not working. I'm not, okay, we own it, but then I don't know how to do hair. I want to
Then what's the point, no?
study. Exactly. So umalis ako. Tapos pagbalik ko, yun na, nag-salon business na.
Ito na kagad yung, is this Symmetria already?
Yeah, Symmetria. Symmetria, unfortunately, now we've ceased operations because
Oh,
it was not like the States. Okay, this is the whole deal there.
okay.
It's a very, how should I say it? Parang it's very bespoke. It's very personalized. I am very hands-on with the clients. There's only about 3 chairs, okay,
Hi.
and it's like purely by appointment, and that's how I work on my clients. And then, but I had the staff, and until the I own the big salons and all that. Naku, Diyos ko, nightmare. Kasi
Oo.
ang dami-daming upuan. Tapos, you have so many staff and uh, it's tough. It's tough to run a salon and a service-oriented business. But during the pandemic, it's even tougher because we touch people.
Oo, so hindi,
And
oo.
ang problema, hindi kagaya dyan, naging efficient kayo with testing, and then later on with vaccinations and
Yes.
everything. Sa Pilipinas ngayon pa lang nagkakaroon
Nag-uumpisa,
ng
no?
dent hindi ko nga sasabihing dent, pero nagsisimula nang magkaroon ng mas maraming taong nagpapa-vaccine
Yeah.
or vaccinated.
12% pa lang
So,
kayo na vaccinated
oo,
My God.
exactly.
Tagal
So,
pa. Oo.
isipin mo yung domino effect niyan sa lahat. And I couldn't in my head, like handle that whole idea na how sure are we that every single person I'm going to touch or my staff's going to touch who need to go back home, back
True.
and forth. Mag-ano sila, magko-commute sila eh.
Totoo.
Uuwi. Alam mo yon yung nakadikit yung efficiency ng
Totoo
isang
yan.
bansa doon sa pag-function ng mga negosyo. So,
Totoo.
sabi ko, wag na muna. Pag okay na ang lahat, then
Babalik na
maybe
lang.
I'm going to, yes. But
Oh,
right
wow.
now, this is what I've been doing. I've been doing house calls for all my clients.
Okay.
And ang sarap naman kasi they're so loyal. Yung talagang, okay, tara,
Oo,
Celeste,
oo.
wherever you are, that's where we're going. And then I also work off of the Wella studio.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're very supportive because they have an academy here, and they have 3 huge spaces in the Ortigas Center, which is like a very it's a business kind of a business district. And in a building on the 21st floor, they have big spaces, and they said to me, why don't you use one of them? So now I work
Wow.
there with my clients come, and then my advertising work. So
Busy ka
medyo,
talaga. Oo,
oo,
busy.
busy,
So what
oo.
happened naman sa sa ibang mga nag-work sa'yo, yung mga employees mo? So what happened to
Oo,
them
we
too?
had to slowly like
Let go
take,
o
but
no?
yeah, let go. But we took care of them hanggang siguro it was like 4 to 6 months, and my dad was like, Celeste, this is not going to work because alam mo, walang makasagot sa akin na go for it or don't go for it. Because
Exactly. Everything is there
nobody
uncertain.
knew, oo, ano
Oo,
ba
anong
talaga, saan na 'to
mangyayari?
papunta?
Yes.
Anong mangyayari sa atin? And a lot of my clients were saying, "Girl, alam mo, okay yung timing mo, perfect. When you did it the right way because everybody else, parang pahabaan na lang ng pise, oh, hanggang
Oo.
saan niyo
Hanggang
kaya."
saan nyo
Oo
kaya.
nga.
Tsaka ang
Oo,
mahal financially
it's
kung
Magpapatest
very
kayo lahat
difficult.
everyday, no? Kung
Lahat.
tinuloy mo pa yun. Oo, mahal yata
buti
yung
kung ang
testing
testing
dyan.
dyan free lang katulad dito.
Ayan, katulad
Kung
dyan.
siguro
Eh,
kung
dyan,
everyday free, ay kung testing dito, ang test nyo dyan is free katulad namin, siguro maraming open. No?
free lang.
Free pa din.
Hindi, ngayon, maraming vans dito sa New York City na
Oo,
vaccine vans,
sinasubsidize
nakatenga
ng
lang,
ano.
nag-aantay if you wanna walk through.
Oo.
See that?
Ganon dito.
Here, it's
Pati
a
pati
struggle.
vaccine.
Oo, yung
Nandun sa
vaccine.
gilid, every corner meron.
I know.
I know.
Nako, talaga.
Grabe.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. Pero wala kang plan na I mean, sige, before pandemic na lang, teka, you know what? Aside from the Philippines, I wanna, have a salon or I wanna make a name naman in New York or California or sa US. Kasi usually, New York or California lang naman, di ba? Yung main talaga pagdating sa fashion and nandun yung market.
Yeah. Oo, it's interesting kasi uh, nung nasa California ako, pagkatapos bago kami mag-graduate, lahat kami magmo-mock test ng state boards. Kasi you can't work in the states unless you have a cosmetology license.
Yes.
So, oo. So, you have to take the state boards. So, meron kaming mock test. Sa
Okay.
soon, sisiguraduhin nila, mga 2 pasada yan. Papasadahan nila
Oh.
2 beses lahat kayo mag-mock test ng state boards. And, um, ife-flex ko lang, twice kong inace yan. Tapos
Wow.
sabi
Talaga.
nila, Diyos ko,
Twice lang naman. Oo.
girl, paano naman? Parang sabi ko sa loob-loob ko, Diyos ko, nag-thesis defense ako, mahiya-hiya ka, Celeste, kung di mo to magawa ng
Kung di mo-
maayos.
Oo
Nakakahiya
nga
ka.
naman.
Grabe.
Oo,
Gawin mo
oo,
yan.
oo.
Yusin
Oo.
mo yan. So, twice. Kaya lang, sinasabi ng mga kaklase ko, what's the use? I mean, you're not even gonna do the state boards. Sa totoo naman. Because it's only done by Americans, those who are going to work there. Hindi naman ako American. So, you have to submit your social security para makapasok ang
Maayos oo.
mag-exam ka. Uuwi ako Pilipinas.
Oh, baka tin number pwede. Tax income.
Oh, tin number.
Pwede
Libre
ang
naman ang tin number.
tin.
Pero at least alam mo ngayon na it's under your belt, and anytime that you do want to expand here in the US, alam mo na kayang-kaya mo.
I was asked also, tinatanong din ako ng mga kaibigan ko sa London kasi naging kaibigan ko na rin yung mga teachers and so you're purely Sassoon trained. What are you doing? Why are you not with us? Why are you not working here? Siyempre, alam mo yon, parang ang saya din kasi, ang saya to be
Oo.
around people who speak the same language in terms of passion in
Yes.
hair. Alam mo
Uh-huh.
yon? Tapos ganun din yung the way they respect and look up to your craft. And
True.
ang sarap to be around that kind of. Syempre napapaisip ka din, pero kasi nga this is where home is for me. Nandito ang pamilya ko.
Family
So,
mo, yeah. Grabe, no?
Pero
okay,
maiba
go.
lang tayo, Celeste.
Yes,
ha?
yes,
Nakita ko
yes,
doon sa
Teka.
Facebook mo, kasi di ba, nag-peruse na ako. Nakalagay doon, works at Hot Legs.
Oo. Kasi nga,
Tapos nag-live
Actually,
comment pa si Ate Pilar dito na
ayun na nga
sinundan mo
yun
rin
na nga
si
hintan ko.
mama mo as a
Kailangan
dancer,
ipasok
right?
to
So
Pagiging
paki-explain
dancer,
ang pagpasok ng
yes.
pagsayaw.
ng pagsayaw.
Okay, maniwala kayo't sa hindi. No, I used to dance. I used to dance professionally. I was dancing with Hot Legs and Adrenaline back in the day. I was dancing
Wow.
on the Sharon Cuneta show every Sunday. And then we would dance in concerts. I danced on Jaja's concert and ganon. It was also a way for my mom, because my mom was also a dancer. Ano yan bayanihan dancer. She used to travel.
Okay.
Oo, she used to travel during the World Expo. Tumira yan sa Osaka, sa Japan, for about a year during the World Expo. I think it was 1969 or something like that. Na she was dancing with the bayanihan. And then, syempre, napasa niya yung love of dancing. It was her way for us to not get into any kind of, bisyo. So,
Okay.
nasa school kami, after school, magda-dance
lesson.
classes. Oo. So, na
Ah.
yon hanggang we fell in love with it. I started with ballet. Tapos,
Okay.
later on, at about 15 or 16, I started doing jazz. Tapos, pag summer, lilipad kami dyan. Para
Dito sa US?
para mag-aral. We go to Joe Tremaine, Debbie Reynolds Studio, ganyan. Tapos
Ang taray
nag-aaral,
ng lola.
nagkaklase kami.
Nakanganga ako, girl. Sabi ko, grabe.
Alam mo,
Mayaman
totoo
talaga.
lang.
Una, ballet, jazz, tapos nag-aral pa dito.
Oo. Hindi kasi
oh
alam mo,
my God.
you're also you're very lucky. You're very fortunate that your family has the means, they can afford you to send you to this kind of. Pero alam mo, napansin ko, kahit na may ganun, you came from an affluent family, makikita mo sa kanya yung pagiging humble.
You're grounded pa din. Oo.
You're very grounded pa din. No?
Hindi ko alam kung paano salamat. Pero kasi naman, laki naman ako sa hirap. Hindi naman kami, alam mo yon, it wasn't
What do
like,
you mean?
Saan
What do you
doon?
mean? No, it's
Saang parte?
true.
Saang parte? Go.
It's true. It's true. When my parents were starting and I was a child, I was growing up. Uh, we were living in a small apartment in San Juan, like I mentioned. Sanay na sanay ako sumakay ng jeep, ng tricycle, sumasama ako sa ng mami, palengke. You know what? These people, my parents, went through hell and high waters, and they worked their butt off. And
Oh, wow.
and they became, successful. Si dad became successful with really, no
Hard
cutting
work.
corners,
Oo
no
nga
cutting
eh.
corners
Oh my
or
God.
stepping on toes. He really, yeah, si Ate Pilar can really
Wait, hold on.
attest to
So
that.
wait, nung nag-start I'm sure you can speak for your dad, no? Kasi you know his history. So, no, history ng Eat Bulaga. So,
Wow.
nag-start ang Eat Bulaga, nung pinuduce niya yon, it was, I thought like they came from an affluent, mayaman na pamilya, kaya pinuduce yung Eat Bulaga. Hindi talagang nag-start sa scratch?
Oo, kasi he was working for the company that eventually produced Bulaga. He was this young, uh, in a way, protege that he was
Ah,
tapped and he was asked, maybe you can run this thing. And then he said, I have an idea. Kasi si dad, what he is really a highly creative person. Okay, he was highly
oh.
creative and ang heart niya talaga is television, entertainment. And nung nagpakasal sila ng mom, he was an undergraduate of architecture sa UST. And he kept
Oh.
telling my mom, gusto ko sa TV, gusto ko sa entertainment. Syempre yung mami ko, yung nanay ko, hindi naman nagtanong, Diyos ko, paano mo kang pakakainin nito pareho? Eh,
Parang,
yung papasukin mo, wala kang alam, di
oo,
ba?
oo, oo.
Oo.
But my mom never asked. She never asked him.
Oh.
She just said, if that's what you want, I will support you. So it was really a wonderful partnership because she took care of the children. He took care of, you know, uh, supporting the
Supporting the
family.
family financially.
Oo.
Galing.
So that's a 50-year. There's my dad.
Ito pa
Oh.
si
That's a
Daddy.
Hi, Direct
Ayan.
yes.
Mike.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Maybe
That's a
one of
50-year
Oo.
marriage.
Maybe
Oo.
one of these days can we invite your dad to sit
Let's
down and
talk to
tell us.
him. I'll tell him. But
Oo daw.
he's a painfully shy, very private person. Yan na yata ang tao sa show business na alam ng lahat that he's very, very
Shy.
like
Kasi parang ang sarap
shy.
ang sarap pag-usapan ng life niya. You know, like how,
Oo,
my
it's a
God,
very
imagine it Bulaga.
yeah.
At saka 'di ba yun nga eh,
Wow.
ang dami real talk 'di ba, ang dami nang dumating, ang dami na nawala yung Itbulaga.
Nandyan pa
Hindi
Nandiyan
din.
pa
matupad.
rin.
Grabe, oo.
Grabe, no? Pero, oo.
Yung yung samahan diyan, pamilya talaga. Like I practically grew up looking at sina Uncle Tito, Tito Vic, and Tito Joey like my second dads. Yung mga anak nila, dati, mga maliliit pa kami, magbabarkada na kami. Eto ngayon, may mga apo na sila lahat
Ang
from
galing.
us,
Oo,
di
oo, oo,
ba?
oo.
So, ibang klase na. It's like,
Yung
it's really,
camaraderie, no? Ibang-iba
it's a
na.
family. It's a family. Iba yung samahan.
Nung time pa,
Talagang they support each other.
pero nung time pa na yun, na syempre, growing up, no? Nakikita mo na parang playground mo na yung gano'n. Meron ka bang mga nakadate noon na celebrities?
Hindi kaagad, hindi,
Lord!
tinan mo, hindi, inilaktawan niya yung friends muna. Date,
Oo,
diretso sa date.
date na
eh.
lang, date
Oo,
agad.
oo.
Syempre, di ba yun yung mga time na parang, ang
May
gwapo.
nakalaro ka ba?
Wali.
Hindi, date agad. Oo.
Wali?
Wali.
Wali mga celebrities?
Hindi.
Takot sa daddy mo?
Hindi.
Parang
Hindi eh.
DOB,
Hindi rin ako.
DOB. Wag i-date si ang anak ni
Hindi,
DOB. Oo.
Nakakatawa. Hindi, there was one, ikukwento ko, nakakatawa to.
Sige, go,
Ayan,
go,
ayan,
go.
ayan, ayan.
Kasi akala ko talaga gusto ko ngang pumasok sa, kasi pinipilit, parang ina-encourage ako, pasok ka ng production. So, pag summer, nag-PPA ako sa Bulaga. Tapos, nag-aaral ako doon. Parang, what do you call it?
Intern.
Internship, parang gano'n.
Intern.
Oo,
Like
oo.
an intern. So, andyan yung Ang arte-arte ko, papahaba talaga ako ng kuko pag summer kasi pwede ako magpahaba ng kuko pag summer. Pag nasa private school ka sa Catholic private school, oy, bawal ang mahaba ang
Bawal,
kuko.
bawal.
So,
Bawal ang mga
summer,
may
papahaba ako
color-color.
ng hair. Oo,
Oo.
papahaba ako ng nails. Tapos, Marte na talaga ako. Nagpapolish ako. Tapos, papagawin ako ng sequence guide. Hindi ako makatype kasi haba-haba ng kuko. Tinatalakan ako ng head writer. Kasi ang bilin ng daddy ko, don't treat her any different. So, gusto mo yan, di ba? O di sige, nag-apprentice ako doon. Intern. Sasabihin sa akin, ang haba-haba ng kuko mo, paano ka matatapos dyan mag-type? Talagang, tapos gumagawa ako ng idiot board, sumusulat ako.
Oo.
Kasi Bulaga is a live show. So,
Yes.
the preparation is every day until the wee hours of the morning because it's up live at 11:30 in the morning, and every day that's the cycle. So I'm on all fours, sumusulat ako ng idiot board sa Manila paper na ganyang kalaki, sumusulat ako. Tapos makikita ko ang daddy dumadaan na ganyan. Dadaanan lang niya ako. Hindi ko yan pwedeng batiin na, hi dad, ganun, hindi.
Bawal, oo.
Hindi, kasi I have my direct superiors na na I'm answerable to. Tapos, minsan, gutom na gutom ako, nakaupo lang ako kumain ako, I had lunch, tapos nakaupo lang ako doon sa may office. And then, I don't even know if you guys are familiar with one of the hosts of Eat Bulaga, who is Jose Manalo. At
Oh,
that
yes.
time,
Yes,
he
yes,
was
yes.
still, okay, si Jose Manalo noon was assistant directing or was part of Valiente, I think, one of our afternoon shows after Eat Bulaga.
Yes.
Nandun siya sa tape. Di naman niya ako kilala. This is a funny story and he knows this. Bagets pa me. So, naglakad siya dito sa likod ko, nakita niya ako. Tapos nilapitan niya ako. Bago ka dito? Sabi ko, opo. Pangalan mo? Gusto mo bang magmerienda? Ganon. Gusto mo magmerienda? Bilang kita merienda dun sa ganon siya. So, hindi po, okay lang po ako, ganyan. Maya, eto lumalabas si Direk Pucci from the bathroom, dumaan na ganyan. Kasi, pakialaman niya, anak ni Mr. Tuviera yan.
Oh my God. Did he run away on the opposite direction?
Oh, honey, he didn't run away, he knelt down.
Oh my God, that's worse.
Madam, sorry, hindi ko alam. Pasensya na. And I was laughing my heart out.
Oh my
Sabi ko,
my
"Diyos ko,
God."
Lord,
Alam mo,
nakakatawa.
siguro feeling ko, kahit na parang wala ka lang doon, parang incognito yung dating mo, feeling ko, talagang may ka na, sinabihan na nila yung secretly. Meron ka ng malaking yung sign on top of your head na, do not bother, daughter of
Jose
DOB.
probably missed the memo. He missed the memo.
He missed the memo.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
No, but
Nakakatawa yun,
that was funny. Oo, nakakatawa lang pero wala namang wala namang harm. He was just being really friendly. Pero talagang inagad siya ni Direk Pucci. Ay, kasi huwag mo pakailaman ka na talaga.
Anak yan ni Tuviera.
Kung ano man yan. Diba? Oo.
Nakakaloka, no?
Yun.
So, wait. So, simula nun talagang more on like, wala lang, pumunta ka lang doon, na tipong lahat hands off ka. Siguro
Oo.
magtataka ka minsan, bakit yung iba, tumitingin lang sa akin, parang natatakot. Feeling ko,
Hindi naman. And I never really wanted that kind of parang I wanted, kahit na noon pa, kasi yun ang pinupukpok sa amin ng mga magulang ko na
Okay.
parang you earn people's respect. You earn it.
oh wow.
You don't demand it. You earn it. Tapos, ang tiwala ng tao, you also earn that. So, huwag kang umarte-arte dyan nang
Oo,
hindi
tama.
tama. And
Tama,
so,
tama.
lahat kaming magkakapatid, there's 4 of us, 2 boys, 2 girls. Ang talagang turo nila, may gusto kayo, di kumayod kayo, pagtrabahuhan nyo.
Oh, wow.
We'll-
It's not handed to you on a silver platter,
Oo,
kumbaga.
hindi
No,
ka tulad ng
sir.
family.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Talagang, yan, tutulungan ka ng konti, tapos nung kayo na. It's sort of like, you're slowly pushing the
Which is
chicks off
good.
the nest and so that they learn to fly. Ganun ang ng mommy. So, lalo ang mommy ko. My mom is very Hindi siya yung, oh, I'll cuddle you. Oh, kawawa naman yung hindi. Nadapa ka, tumayo ka dyan. Ganon.
Oh,
Or,
parang tough
are you
love.
getting
Oo.
lost? Find your way. Ganon. So,
Oh.
kunyari, dito sa Pilipinas, di ba madalas no, nung maliliit tayo, may mga blackout,
Oo,
brownout. Sa
oo, oo.
Amerika, I'm sure magpapanik mga
Napagdaanan ko
tao.
yan, napagdaanan ko.
Oo, dito
Oh,
parang,
yan.
what the heck?
Oo,
Oh.
what the heck, right? Pero dito sa Pilipinas, dahil ang dalas niyang nangyayari, nung maliliit kami, ang sabi ng mami ko, pagka namamatay ang ilaw, you just stand where you are and holler out, and I'll come to you. But you do not ever panic. So hanggang ngayon, dala ko yon. In any situation, hindi ako yung parang, my brain instantly thinks, okay, calm down, what next? Ganon.
Ay, ang
Ganun yung
galing.
Oh, ang
training
galing.
nila.
Gusto
Sana
ko yung ganyan
ganun
kasi ako pag konting kibot lang, frantic na ako eh.
Parang, oh my
Diba?
God.
I'm all over the place.
Oo, I
Oo.
know, I know, I
Oh,
know.
pero
So
ikaw
calm and
talagang-
collected. Calm and collected. And wait a minute.
Oo.
Is it? I'm sure this is not the first time. Kasi I've been listening to you since the start. Yung voice mo is very calming.
Oo, no?
Ang sarap,
Thank
oo.
you. Thank
As
you,
in.
Cass.
Di ba Jessie, no? Ang sarap pakinig sa kanya yung voice niya.
Salamat.
Pang podcast din talaga.
Kaya, and that's the reason siguro, ay teka, o nga pala since na-mention ni Jcas yung boses na calming and all, is that one of the reason why nag-YouTube channel ka?
Oo nga.
No. 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 I think,
Paano
okay,
nag-start ang YouTube channel?
the YouTube channel, okay, my brother Mike is a
Okay.
director, si Mike Tuviera.
Yes.
He's a director. He also went to USC for his training for film. So very passionate. Yan naman yung passion niya.
Okay.
So he's been home. He's been running APT Entertainment, and then kinausap ko siya. Sabi ko, I call him Coach. Sabi ko, Coach, alam mo, I want to have an avenue or a venue for me
I'm
to share, like the stories that I hear from behind the chair. Because, sabi ko, alam mo, I'm in a very unique position na lahat ng umuupo sa upuan ko, pag nagkwento yung mga yan, it's always just, they're eye openers. They could be very emotional. It could be inspirational. It could be, but
Anything.
I'm the only one who gets to hear it.
Yes.
Sabi ko, kumbaga kwentong barbero. Every time someone sits on my chair, may kwento yan. Whether it be Bea, Angel, si Sarah, I also do her hair, sila Iza. All these celebrities are just as normal as all of us. But then I get to hear that, right? I'm the only one who gets to, and not just celebrities, we can also, talk to people who are not from showbiz, but are equally interesting.
Who can
And you
afford
learn so
who can
much.
afford you?
Grabe ka naman, Jay.
Oo nga.
Kasi naman.
Which is tatanungin namin, magkano ba sa...
Papunta na rin tayong tanong doon.
Grabe!
Oo, I'm sure. Oh my God.
Hindi naman.
Tapos. Ang ganda,
Tapos yun,
I
tapos
love
sabi
that.
ko, naririnig ko yung mga kwento na yan. Originally, the idea was for me to really do my work, stand behind the chair, doing the hair, and then we're talking. But that's not possible right now with COVID. So sabi ko, mawawala yung when you're wearing your, and then you're talking.
Hindi na personal masyado.
Exactly.
oo.
Personal,
Exactly.
tapos hindi mo makita yung mukha, hindi mo makita yung reaksyon, hindi mo makita, you lose the interest, di ba, of the viewer. So sabi ko, anong point? Paano ko share yon, di ba? So we decided to do that. Ngayon,
Okay.
we're face to face and we're having conversation. And I wanted it to be just very casual and very honest, and authentic. Kasi ang daming iniisip ng mga tao. Ako baka si Bea ganito ganyan, or si Maine ganito ganyan, or nope. You will see the Maine I know. You will see
Exactly.
the Bea I know, all of these stars and Angel na lahat ng babae makaka-relate sa kanila, at I think every, human person can relate to whatever human experience that they've gone through. So yun yung idea nun.
Pero
And
at least ito,
we can really see how they love and trust you. Kasi when you invite them, not just here but also talking,
in
on the
person.
camera again about their
In
lives,
person. Oo,
they
oo,
immediately
oo.
said yes and they're open to it, right?
Right. Kasi Jcas, parang nangyayari, I've been working with them, like say with Angel. Oh my goodness. The last time I was in New York was with Angel for the International Emmys. Ang
Wow.
tagal na nun.
Ang tagal na nga.
2000, naku, Diyos ko, ang tagal na. 2016
Oh my
or
God, ang tagal na.
2000. Ang tagal na. I haven't been back talaga
Oh
sa
my
New
God, ganun
York.
katagal na?
Oo. So,
Wow.
she was nominated for the International Emmys. I flew out to New York to do her hair. And then Lala Flores was there to do the makeup. Um, and then, yun, yung kagaya niyan si Angel, since then pa, tapos hanggang ngayon, I still do her hair. You build a relationship with all the people who sit on your chair because papayagan ka nila na to touch them. You
True.
don't normally allow people to touch you, do you? I mean, if you don't know them, there's this imaginary kind of like
Space.
protective
Well,
Yeah.
with
The
space.
personal
JCast,
space.
anyone can touch him, especially the you guys.
You can touch me anytime for a price, but sometimes for free.
Ay, may
Ano ba
presyo,
yun?
grabe. May presyo.
Ano ba yung presyo?
But
Sa
sometimes
hamburger
for
lang naman yung presyo. Ano ba yun?
Kung nagpa-presyo ka na lang, hamburger lang.
Ano ba?
Oo nga, kaloka. Ano pa,
Iyak mo na.
Ano pa,
Pa-burger ka
ano yan,
naman.
yung anong burger sa kanto? Minute burger pa. Okay.
Pero, alam mo,
Oh
Angel's
my
Burger,
God.
alam mo, isa pa yan si Miss Angel Locsin. Kasi diba, we also had her
We
on
had
the
an
show.
interview with her.
And she's
Oh,
so
God.
big and all that, yung followers na, pero she's so grounded as well, like
Just
you.
like you.
We
Just like
love
you.
her, so humble.
Oh, she's
Grabe,
very,
no?
very grounded. And
Pero question,
Yes.
Celeste, so, alimbawa, okay, so, tawag nito, you have a lot of clients na mga celebrities and everything. So, hindi naman syempre lahat yan, bed of roses, right? So, meron ding mga times na, I'm sure meron kang mga, alam mo yung, mga diva na clients. So, how do you deal with pa-diva na clients? Or, meron ba? For so many years, for sure, meron kang parang
Or
na-experience.
if they are,
even
they
non-celebrities.
never get to step in your place at
Or
all.
tipong or nairita ka na
No,
tipong,
no.
yung nag-iinarte. May ganun kang clients? And how
wala
did you
akong
deal with
ganong
it?
clients. To be honest,
Oh.
never ako nagkaroon ng celeb client who acted like a diva in my chair. Ever.
What about a
I think
non-client?
I've been non-client and non-celeb.
non-celeb.
Funny. Enters the room, right? She enters the salon wearing, and I don't even know her from Adam. She's wearing these big
Glasses, sunglasses.
glasses, like sunglasses. Tapos a little tall, medyo matangkad. Tapos she comes in with, I don't know who, she was with someone. And I was working on a celebrity at this moment. And the other two chairs were also occupied by other clients who I just finished, and they were doing some treatment or their nails or whatever. But specifically at that moment when this lady walked in, I was working on a celebrity. And then this girl comes in and says, I want Celeste Tuviera to do my hair now. And then my receptionist says, I'm sorry, madam, you need to make an appointment because she's purely by appointment. Okay, so, but I'd like to talk to her about getting an X deal. I can promote her and ganon. And then,
What?
oo. And then, and this is a
Influencer.
non-celebrity, hindi ko kilala. Maybe, I don't know. Pero hindi ko talaga kilala. And then, syempre, nakakaya kasi naririnig ng mga tao, right? So, my girl at the reception said, oh, ma'am, maybe we can talk to the manager and then we can discuss this later. No. No. What's wrong with that? And parang she was making a scene. And then
Oh my God.
Yeah,
the
she's entitled.
celebrity,
Parang ganon, oo.
the celebrity was sitting on my chair, and we were laughing. So I mean,
Yeah.
we were yung silently lang na
serious
parang,
yung like
bakit
giggling lang
nangyayari?
within yourselves.
Oo.
siya. Oo.
Because honestly, hindi ako nag-set ng ganong culture eh. Kasi, um, parang every client who sits on my chair, regardless, walang X deal. They
Oo.
they all come in and pay for their
Oo.
services, for the services that you render to them, celebrity or not. And because ganun yung kultura din na pinanggalingan ko,
Oo.
'di ba? In the
Oh my God.
States, you do a particular service, you're supposed
Yes.
to tip people, you're supposed to pay.
Yes,
Hindi
exactly.
pwede oo. So, ganun din yung turo sa amin kasi. You put value to the work that you do.
Exactly.
And, the education didn't come for free. How hard you work on these clients, your skill. So, kailangan talaga na and I'm really humbled and honored na all of them would make their appointments properly. They would, they
Yeah.
never ask for these mga X deals.
But
Never.
how did
Wala akong naging
how did this
diva.
person leave the place?
Oo.
Did you have to like call the guards or whoever?
No.
Or
The
security,
manager,
palabasin ang aso.
Hindi.
Walang ganun,
Grabe
Peg.
kinakagat sa aso. Hindi.
Palabasin ang aso.
Hindi. The manager spoke to her and they
Okay.
stepped out of the salon because it was creating a
At saka ano
little bit
pangalan
of,
niya?
wag na!
Wag na.
Baka
At saka
bigla
hindi ko
mas...
rin dala.
Ano yun?
Hindi, Jcas, to be perfectly honest, hindi ko nga kilala. And ang ending, lumabas lang. It was dealt with sa
Oh
sa
my
labas.
God.
Grabe,
Well,
no?
at
Pero
least
wala akong naging
wala kang-
diva
na diva na, hindi celebrity na. O yun lang ang so far. Buti naman.
Oo, I think with the celebrities, I think that's also why I wanted to do that show on YouTube because maraming ganong notion. Ang laki niya, it's such a big star and yet parang ang feeling ko ganito yan, matara yan, suplada yan, ganito yan, ganito yan, ganito yan. Oh yes, the assumptions, yeah. Oo. And which is unfair, 'di ba?
Oo. Pero at least, my God. So ano bang aabangan namin sa sa Celestified? Marami ka pa bang mga
Oo
pakulong
nga.
parating?
Yes. So Bea Alonzo is up. She's up next.
Oh.
So we're going to ang saya din nung conversation namin ni Bea.
Oo.
I think yun nga masarap because they're so giving because I
Oo.
already know them.
Yes.
Actually, papracticein ko pa yung ginagawa nyo ni Jcas kasi kayo, you interview people you don't know. Wala pa ako doon. And I actually thought it's hard, yung ginagawa
yeah.
niya. I was actually thinking about it kanina. Sabi ko, it's a totally different ball game when you start conversation with people you don't know.
We don't know. Feeling
How do
namin
you make
kaya-kaya mo yan. Ikaw pa.
Ikaw pa.
You're a
Parang-
good conversationalist.
Oo
So
nga.
just yan.
Okay,
Ako.
At saka
Thank you.
it starts from a good heart. And you have that
Yes.
in place.
You have
Thank
that.
you.
Oo.
Thank
Pero
you.
ang gusto ko malaman talaga kasi I know you love hair and you work with hair.
Yes.
Paano naman ako katulad ko na walang hair? Ano ba? Are you into wigs na rin or you know anything about it?
Yes, I love wigs. I love
Oo.
working with wigs.
Kung gusto mo tumawa ng malakas, okay lang. Kasi tumatawa talaga pag nakikita.
Oo nga.
Alam mo, hindi.
Oo.
When did you decide to do this or did it progress through the
Because
years?
it's in the genes of the family. When I was
Yeah.
when I hit 30-ish last year.
Gusto tumigil ka.
Pattern bald.
Ano?
Tigas sa mga-
Hindi. Wala, di ba numinipis na yung may in between this. So gradually nagdipis na. So I even hang on to my hair siguro like 2 years prior to going here in 2011. Nakamohok
Yeah.
pa talaga ako. Alam mo talaga.
Tinright mo
Oo,
pa.
meron pa siyang mohawk.
Kasi
Yeah.
I'm weird like that. So, ganun sila parang, baklang bato, nakamohok, ano ba yan, ganyan. Diba? Pero that was me hanging on to the hair until pangit, manipis na dito, mas makapal na likod. So, ito na, this is the best. Buti na bilog na bilog, Emoji yung mukha ko.
Emoji na emoji. So do you have plans of like venturing into different types of mga wigs?
Well, I studied making wigs from this lady in uh, lace wigs
Okay.
from this lady in LA. Masaya. I was working with wigs a lot during the early part of my career. Uh, I don't know if you're gonna see, before you can research it. In the beginning, we were doing this folded and hung. It's a brand here. It's called Folded and Hung, and it was the campaign when they launched. It was Claudine Barreto,
Okay.
and that particular campaign talagang was huge, and it went on and on and on. And I started using a lot of wigs and using full lace wigs for those. And then for a lot of the editorials that I was doing for Rogue Magazine or whatever magazines, I would use a lot of wigs
Oh,
back
wow.
then. And then later on, sabi ko, oh, gusto ko naman, basta anything hair I want to study. So next, nag-aral naman ako ng hair extensions. So I started
Oo.
doing the hair of Regine Velasquez
Oo.
Oh,
during the R2K era, and I was doing all of her color
wow.
and
Extension.
hair
Wow.
extensions for her movie with Robin Padilla when she wore her hair like down to her waist. That was all like hair extensions,
Ano
and
yung ano, kasi ako minsan, well ngayon hindi
you
na.
don't
Minsan,
need it.
gusto kasi I have a thick hair
The,
talaga. Pero minsan, pag gusto ko talagang pahabain, tas i-curl, yung mga
yeah.
clip-ons. Yung mga clip-ons
Yes.
na gano'n.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oo.
God. Alam mo, I
Ang
cannot,
sarap kasi
oo.
readily accessible yan sa inyo dyan eh.
Oo, dito
I mean, you
madami
have
na, oo.
great stores for wigs and
Oo,
extensions
madami talaga dito
Maganda
in
na
New
yung
sa
York.
technology
US.
ngayon, di ba? Yung mga
Super.
wigs and
Oo. Pero,
ngayon hindi mo na nahahalata na wig siya eh.
yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
and the
Like,
weaves
ito
then.
sila. I feel like, may question ako, like, kasi di ba meron ka ng, I mean, you're so used to talking to your clients and then my YouTube channel ka na. Ayaw mo bang, kasi I remember years and years ago, I always watch, ako naman I love doing makeup. Pinapanood ko si,
Si
Ricky
Mother
Reyes.
Ricky.
Si Mother Ricky. So, bakit, ngayon parang, meron bang ganon? Meron bang parang,
Wala.
parang katulad ni Mother Ricky, ikaw naman you're doing hair? Ano,
Yes, wala.
you
I
don't have
don't think there's
you don't have plans of doing that?
well, we got right now kasi
Ang
we
hirap.
already have no, but we have YouTube, 'di ba? We have
Oo, sige, okay.
YouTube, we
Oo.
have so many platforms um to try out and venture into stuff like that, 'di ba? So, yun, parang I think
Yung channel mo, it's a
Celestified
venue for
can
everything.
yes.
For
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything, no?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
teaching and everything.
Right. Right
Oo.
now, it's all about conversations from behind the chair. So later on, it can evolve. I mean, there's so much that you can do, diba? Na you can
Exactly. True, true,
keep
true.
You can
honing it
tweak it,
and
yung 'di ba iba-iba pa mga
Oo.
interest mo.
Hindi mo ba na-try ang...
May tanong
Okay.
dito si Miss Pilar Mateo eh.
Oo.
But this is like a question like probably answering like if you have a favorite kid. Sabi niya, may favorite ka ba
Na
sinacelestify?
Na sinacelestify.
favorites ko na
Oo.
nasa Celestified.
Oo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, favorites.
Para
You
mahirap
mean
na
like
yan,
mga
sagutin.
celebrities,
I guess,
ganon?
I guess
guess,
yung question ni
oo.
Ate Pilar is like favorite celebrity to celestify.
I think yung mga naging very, very loyal sa akin na mga celebs. At saka each one naman kasi, hindi ako may-etch, hindi ako showbiz. Sobrang babait talaga nila eh. Wala ka namang ikaiinis sa kahit na sino sa
Oo,
kanila.
parang lahat sila, oo.
I think they all respect my craft. They all respect me for what I can do for them. And in turn, I also give that back to them, the gratitude for trusting me. So ang ganda lang ng work relationship. I mean, all the celebrities that I've worked on in the past and present, talagang wala akong itatapon kasi at
Oo.
saka lahat kasi
Oh my God, look at that.
natuto ko.
Mm-mm.
Lahat may
Ganda
natutunan
mo
ako
buhok,
from
oh.
them.
How
There's
about this?
name.
Is there a favorite hairstyle that you like to do?
A favorite hairstyle.
Ganda ng mga hair, oh.
I think for mga shoots, kunyari, when I'm doing main for a shoot na like really big hair.
Oh, voluminous.
Yon. Yan, I love
Ah,
that. I love that
Oh.
because that
oo.
for me is always like, ano, ang lakas maka-gorgeous.
Oo nga
Yun.
eh.
Oo, oh,
Ang
Yung
lakas
oo.
hindi
maka
ka lang,
Hindi
no, parang
nawawala yung
hindi
pag
ka
diwata.
lang beautiful,
oo, yung
gorgeous,
ganyan-ganyan, oh,
stunning,
curled,
Parang
ganon.
curled, oo.
diwata, feeling mo, alam mo pag ganun, pag yung
Oo.
buhok ko medyo makapal na yung curls.
Encantada, diwata,
Parang feeling ko,
mermaid.
ano ko,
Ayan ang
parang,
mga description.
parang diwatang diwata
Oo.
yung peg mo. Yung parang, ooh,
And
yeah.
oo, and then tapos you
Porn star
also
hair.
ano porn star hair.
Oo, tawag ko
Hindi,
din porn star hair.
pero you also kasi parang test your skills to create something like that. It doesn't happen by accident. Hindi yung parang siguro ganito yan. No, there's so much preparation that goes into
Ay.
creating a certain kind of look. So I look up to so many of these great hairdressers, session artists is what they would call them. Like Serge Normand, you have Sam McKnight, Odile Gilbert, Guido. All of these people create such beautiful work for magazine covers and mga supermodels and like sila Gigi Hadid and all of these models. These hairdressers would do that work for them. And when you look at it, alam mo na there's so much skill and experience and expertise that went into being able to create that kind of
Look.
look.
Ay, at saka pala,
Grabe, no?
naalala ko,
Eh, ang-
yung the 90s, yung sumabog yung Vidal Sassoon. Di ba yung cut na
Ah,
bob?
yeah.
Chop,
Oo,
ganun,
ang
oh, yun,
social
oh my
nun,
God.
no?
Gusto ko
Lalo
yun.
na yung pa one
19
layer na gano'n.
1969, that was
Oo.
Nancy Kwan on the cover of Vogue. So it was like, that's parang voluminous na bob.
Yun ang,
Oo,
alam mo
tapos
sa totoo,
pahaba
gusto ko
lang dito,
yun.
oo, ayan,
Ito
oo.
pala,
Yeah.
paano mo mahawal you, let's say, are you the type of person na once you see a person, alam mo kaagad kung anong bagay na buhok sa kanya. Yung iba kasi, di ba, parang, uy, gusto ko ganito yung buhok. Yung iba parang, okay, they don't even care. They'll just cut it. It doesn't matter kung
Hindi
bagay.
naman
o hindi.
bagay.
Ikaw ba, do you give advice? At saka, second is, ano tingin mo, bagay ba sa akin yung ganung buhok o hindi? Feeling ko hindi. Kasi
Okay,
all my life,
una-una-
lagi akong ganito lang eh.
Dun sa second question mo, I
Oo.
know exactly what to do with your hair already, just looking at it.
Really?
Yeah. Oo.
Bagay may clip.
Bawal ang
hindi.
bangs.
I would probably still keep it long, pero I would do some, kung gusto mo ng sexy hair, I think I know exactly what to do with it.
Ay, sige.
Parang sexy hair.
Oo.
No, but yung unang question naman, ang pinaka actually, hindi pa ako nakakarating kaagad dun sa, alam ko na kung anong gagawin sa buhok mo eh. Dun muna ako sa, ready ka ba emotionally dun sa gagawin mo? Because a lot of people would sit on my chair and I could sense whether they're ready for a change or not. Or if it's just the normal parang, oh, I just need for you to
A
cut
trim.
maybe 2-3 inches off.
Oo.
Not really a trim, but it's still a haircut. I mean, I don't usually would call it a trim because it's still a haircut, di ba?
Oo.
So parang, may mga taong darating na, I want a big change. I want to cut it really short, like a pixie, ganyan-ganyan. Mararamdaman mo if they're ready for it or not. Kasi yung iba, they had a fight with the boyfriend, the husband, bad day at work, they're taking it out on their hair because they think it's gonna make them feel better when in fact they're gonna feel worse than when they came in. Kasi alam mo yun, hindi ka ready eh. You're just trying to find an outlet.
So
Meron naman, darating, uupo, and I'm excited, I'm ready for that short do, and let's do it. And mararamdaman mo. So, dun muna ako nagsa-start. And then you parang you play around with the limitations that are set. Kasi hindi ako yung type ng hairdresser, yung maipilit ko kasi yun ang dapat sa tingin ko na gusto ko.
Uso kasi, ganun.
Hindi kasi tungkol sa gusto ko. Anong gusto mo? Buhok mo yan eh. 'Di ba? Uuwi ka, you're gonna go home with that head of hair. So, sa akin, it's always a collaborative thing.
So,
True.
so masasabi natin talaga, hair is emotional.
Oo naman.
Diba?
Sobra, grabe.
Diba?
Al-
Sabi ni
yung-
Coco Chanel.
Oo, ni Coco Chanel. Hindi, sa totoo lang napansin ko lang yung may mga friends ako pag yung tipong biglang nagpaikli ng ganun. 99.9% laging may pinagdaanan.
Oo.
Lagi, bakla, what happened?
Oo.
Siguro.
Oo.
Tapos biglang
Oo.
nagsisi rin kasi biglang
Oo.
nagpaikli ng
Diba?
buhok.
Oo.
Oo.
Pero meron din naman na gusto talaga nila, pero alam mo yon, yung hindi lang buo yung kumpiyansa nila, pero they really want it. And my advice always is, if you want it, after you get that haircut, you strut it like it's really yours. You own it. And then you enter a room and you show people how much you love it. Isang ending nun, sasabihin ng mga tao, oo nga, alam mo, bagay nga sa'yo.
Oo.
Ang ganda.
Ang ganda.
Whereas, papasok ka ng room at sasabihin mong, Jessie, bagay ba? Parang, Jcas, bagay ba? Parang ka nagda-doubt.
Oo. Tama.
Then you're opening yourself
Yeah,
up to
sometimes it's
people's
how you
opinions.
carry it din
Oo,
And,
totoo.
and
Tama ka dyan.
how
Diba?
are you connecting to the hair?
Tingnan may question ako.
Na.
Bakit ang mga, pag ang mga mommies or mga titas, nagtipong
Yes.
nag-60s na gano'n. It's funny kasi napapansin lang namin, laging same lang yung haircut. Yung
Sabi
diba?
ni Jokoy din yan.
Oo, diba? Ay,
eh.
sinabi din ni Jokoy yan.
God,
Tapos, kaya bakit nga? What's up with that? Like, I know it's parang cliche joke, pero it's true. It's really, it's rampant. You see it everywhere, especially mga Asian moms. Hindi lang Filipino moms, Chinese moms, Asian moms.
They don't want to fuss with the hair anymore because they're too busy with other
laging
things.
ganun.
You got it. Yeah.
Oo.
Jcas, that's
What
it
do
is.
you
That's
think?
it.
Dahil
Yeah.
ayaw lang.
They just don't want to fuss with it anymore. They just want something that's easy, carefree, low maintenance. And the assumption is, pag maigsi, low maintenance, not necessarily.
Hindi.
Diba?
Oo.
Kasi when you wear a pixie, you want it a certain length. So, nag-pixie ka, diba? Pag humahaba na, parang, hindi, gusto ko yung like before. So, you go back to your hairdresser and have it
Papakat.
cut
Oo.
again and ganun.
At saka, di ba, pag tumatanda nga daw, I think, kasi numinipis na rin yung hair.
Oo
nila.
nga. Ano pala yung
Napaprevent
gagawin
ba yun
doon?
ng, especially with the girls na crowning glory na yung hair pag dumating na sa certain age na kaya kinakat na lang maiksi kasi nga manipis na hindi na gano'n ka-glorious as before.
Because it doesn't stop growing, it just slows down. The growth as we get older, the growth of your, kasi it goes through cycles. So there's a rest phase, a growth phase, and a shed phase. So through those cycles ng hair growth, pagka tumatanda ka na, bumabagal na yung growth phase. Nagsha-shed ka pa rin. Nagre-rest pa rin. Pero bumabagal yung growth. So, numinipis. Kasi hindi na nagka-catch up dun sa shedding. So, parang, and if it runs in the family, my mom, we all have very thick hair. Nakuha ko yan sa mami ko. Mami ko dati, ang buhok, ganito ang ponytail kakapal. So, talagang tatlong goma para lang matali niya.
Oo.
Nung tumanda ang mami ko, she's now 73. Her hair is still thick, not as thick as before, but it's still very thick, and every square inch of her head has hair. Hindi na lang kasing kapal dati. So that gives you an idea. Ngayon, kung sa pamilya, no, it runs in the family na meron talagang, like what Jcas was saying about his, it's hereditary.
Genetics, oo.
Genetics yan eh.
Oh, how do you, let's say for example, my family,
Oh my God! Very good job, Direk.
Ayun naman pala.
Yan talaga yung tunay kong hair dati. Yan yung nawala.
Yan ang totoong hair ng bakla, ganyan.
Diba?
Alam mo,
ang ganda ng cut, diba?
Blandina. Oo.
Alam mo, bago pa nauso ang micro-fringe, nauna ka.
Oo.
Diba?
Ikaw na ang
And you can tell, pakita mo lang, Direk.
bang.
I am the one who cut
Ikaw
that
na.
myself. Halatang halata. Straight ko lang lagyan na nung sabi ko, baby bangs. Yes, bagay sa akin, siopaw face.
Oh,
Diba?
ngayon pa lang humihit talaga ang baby bangs. Sorry.
Diba?
Again, oo nga ngayon.
Yung mga hanggang
oo.
ditong bangs.
Oo.
My God. Pero anong pwedeng gawin sa mga tao na, yung advice mo sa mga, especially mga babae na they used to have thick hair and then, lalo na dito nagsastart yung manipis. So ano yung mga pwedeng gawin nila?
Oo.
Preventions.
Well, a prevention.
Oo, muna. Yes.
Meron
and then,
kasi before,
prevention
when I
and then next is yung pag nawala na, meron pa bang ways pa para bumalik?
Before kasi, di ba, I learned how to do nga hair extensions. A lot of the people, well, yung mga naging clients ng teacher ko came from a certain kind of condition, health condition. So they started shedding a lot of hair. Gusto nilang pakapalin. Ganyan. So nag-hair extension sila during that time. Pero sinasamahan din ng either biotin or silica. For 3 months they take para to help. And then of course a proper diet. Talagang it helps, your nails. Lahat 'yan magkakadikit your skin, your hair, your nails.
Yung collagen, di ba?
Yan.
Pinapatake ng
It
collagen. Does it
it
help?
helps. It helps. Pero for me talaga, it's just really yung proper diet and you're hydrating yourself, you're exercising. Basta it's a whole,
9 yards,
Oh,
no?
wellness
Kailangan
talaga rin
talagang-
ang sagot.
oo,
Oo.
Oo. Ayun yung PRP pala sa scalp. Yung sa scalp, yung sinasabi nilang para pag magkaroon, para tumubo ulit.
Yeah,
Yung
I've
PRP sa scalp.
I've had some clients who have done it. Tapos,
nag-work.
okay naman siya. Oo. Oo.
Grabe,
I think
no?
we're lucky at this day and age na technology just keeps evolving, to help people that way. I also had a couple of clients who went to this French hair restoration center here in Makati. And when he started losing hair around here, tapos, pumunta siya dun sa hair restoration place na yun. And pagbalik niya sa akin, alam mo, talagang tumubo na his hair around the hairline. So,
Galing.
nabuo na yung hairline. So, what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to drive at is, we're so lucky now because we're in a time where people can actually, do it because there's the technology there.
Exactly. For as
There's so
long as
many
you have
there's so many options,
the money.
Dami na.
Ayun
For as
din.
long as
Iba
you
yan.
have the you're financially equipped, 'di ba? Kasi
Oo,
syempre
yun
mahal.
din.
I've heard
Mahal.
about it and it's
Mahal,
kahit
mahal.
dito. Hindi sagot ng insurance,
Hindi.
Jcas.
Oo.
Diyan.
How about
Oo.
ito mas less expensive yung micro-dotting na tattoo dito sa head para to make it appear na semi-kalbo. At 'di ba? Is that
Yeah.
okay or eventually it's not a good idea kasi how tattoos fade or whatever in time.
Right. Not very familiar with the tattooing, but I've seen hair restoration. Talagang, it's hair. It's not.
Oh,
like
I think
tattoo.
they get from the back of the scalp and they transfer din dito. Ayun.
Implant. Yeah.
Wag
yeah,
na, Jcas,
yeah.
mahal na masyado, okay na yan.
Eh,
So,
sponsoran mo na lang.
Para ke.
para kita.
Oh, hindi.
Correct.
I like my wash and wear scalp.
Hair scalp.
Ako for sure magpapa-celestified ako pag uwi
Uy, kailangan ko pang
Sobra.
mag-dandruff shampoo. Kasi pag hindi, nag-dandruff pa rin yan. Ganun, scalp pa rin yan eh. Oo.
It's a sunblock like when you have to,
Hindi, ako talaga hat ako eh. So, yun lang
Hat,
pinaka
okay.
Pero
Yeah,
wala
you're
akong
fine with
sunblock
that.
sa...
sunblock din
Pag
sa scalp?
Pero
Kaya-
When you
pwede.
go swimming, siya. When he has to
The
go
one that-
swimming or is under the sun a lot, kailangan naka...
ito rin. Pwede yung sa skin
Oo,
dito sa...
naman.
Ay, talaga nane-neglect ko
Your
to.
scalp is skin. So, meron akong mga, di ba dito sa atin, napakainit. So, meron akong mga clients na who go to the beach. Dito, isang oras lang, nasa beach ka na, di ba? Kung ano man direksyon ang pupuntahan mo, may beach,
nga.
di ba?
Oo.
Batangas or whatever. So, yung mga taong pumupunta ng beach for a weekend or nakakalimutan nila, kunyari, like JCAS, ganun.
You're right. You're right.
Sunburn. Ang anit.
Oh my God. Alam mo, first time namin narinig yan,
Oo nga,
ha?
aha moment yun na
We
for,
thank you for
us mga kalbos.
the
Oo.
info.
You,
Kasi
you have to, you put sunblock. Oo. The
Oh,
way
ayan, alam
you
mo
take
na,
care of your
Jcas.
skin.
Ayan, my God. 1.5 hours na, grabe. Ang sarap
So ba?
Oh, di ba?
Alam mo, pinapanood ko kasi yung ibang niya, tinitingnan ko, sabi ko, wow, ang haba. 1.5 hours.
Di ba, no?
Paano
Oo.
nila ginagawa yun? Eh, 1.5 hours na.
Oo, ganun. If you're having a great conversation, and
Yeah.
sa'yo hindi lang fun, very informative pa.
Sobra.
So I call this,
Wow.
I'm going to copyright this. This is one of those fun-telligent conversations and
Fun-telligent.
and episodes. Yeah.
Oo nga, no? Eh, kung hindi lang ako,
Wow.
kung hindi lang ako
Flatter
ginanon
naman
ni Direk, huy, 12, nakakahiya. Sabi ko,
Oo nga.
oo nga pala, matutulog na.
Oh, no.
Oo.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, grabe, no? Ang tawag nito, nakaka-proud, no? Na isang Filipina na galing sa marangyang pamilya and choose to be,
Sumasakit yung ulo ko. Ano ba yun? Parang migraine ako bigla.
I know, di ba?
Mga sinasabi mo.
Hindi nakakatuwa, nakaka-proud na tipong, instead na parang, nakakunigan to. Kaya ko tong gawin.
Hindi ka na
kailangan
naging
gawin.
complacent
Pero
with
you're
what you
still,
have, but you
oo.
worked hard on your own, di
Diba?
ba?
Parang
To build your
nakaka-proud.
brand.
Parang kung ikaw
Pero
nga
ito
nagagawa mo
na-notice ko,
yan.
di ba? Yung kahit pa paano yung production na hindi naman inaayawan, yung parang I'd rather go here at this sa hair ako completely, pero you kind of like went back to it 360 full circle kasi now you have your own show, diba?
Correct.
Na-combine mo ngayon yung show and
Hair
your
and
love for
shit.
hair then
Teka,
and talking to
Hindi
people.
rin ako talaga hindi rin naman ako talaga nalayo ng sobra kasi sabi ko nga sa dad, look, I can help with what you need for when it comes to hair for the productions or sa mga
Exactly. Oo.
artista,
Oo nga,
di
oo.
ba?
Totoo
So,
yan.
and I think it helped that I grew up in the business kasi parang kumbaga, I would see the likes of Tito Ronnie, FPJ, si Tito Dolphy, like I was around a lot of actors and actresses growing up. And not to mention Tito Vic and Joey nga na parang mga tatay ko na.
Yeah.
Tapos I was always around artistas. So I think when I work with celebs, I feel at home. Hindi ako yung parang, paano ko to
Oo.
gagawin? Kasi syempre, when you have to work with your hands, and then your brain needs to work, you need to be creative, ganyan, hindi ka pwedeng masyadong ma-overwhelm and you're like
Oo.
intimidated or
Nasa-starstruck
parang,
ka. Oo.
So, ganun, parang, I think nararamdaman din nila sa akin yung ganong comfort na parang, okay lang. And I think one of the most important things when you are given that kind of trust, when you touch people's hair, a person's hair, it's so important that you do not ever, ever break their confidence or their trust because they tend to be very vulnerable. They sit on your chair and they just want to be themselves. They open up, they make kwento about family, friends, personal stuff. Okay, their heart, they open themselves up to you. Oh, how sweet.
Oh, ayan, from
Watching from
London.
London.
I
Truly
must say,
admire Celeste
wow,
very
oh
Oh,
my
humble.
diba?
I love London. Miss na miss ko na.
Talaga? Hindi pa nga tayo
Sobra.
nakapunta doon no?
Si Jessie sa
Sana-
airport lang, ako talaga
Namiss ko
zero.
na.
Gusto ko yung mga old world eh.
Well, one of these
Oo.
days, one of these,
Na.
takot pa lang ngayon eh.
Oo.
Teka, sila,
Bit-bit ko ang bandila ng Pilipinas pagka nasa
nandun ka sa
Oo nga,
ko,
yes.
nasa
Isa pa yun.
International
Oh my
Masters.
God, yes.
Kasi
Oh
10 lang eh.
Oo.
Tapos ako lang yung Pinoy.
Oo.
Puro may German, merong Americans, So, may French, ganyan. Siyempre, ang lola mo, pag nandun na, ay, teka naman, kahit na 5'2" lang ako, kahit na 5'2" lang ang height ko, teka
Yes.
lang,
Oo.
may Pilipino dito.
Galing, no? Kahit
So,
maliit, so what?
I'm
Diba?
very proud. When I introduce myself, I always say, I'm Celeste Tuviera. I'm from the Philippines. And then I always talk about, Pilipinas, and I tell them what we're about. So,
Yes.
yun.
Grabe,
Yun.
galing. Teka, saglit bago, I know, 1 and a half na hours and 12 o'clock na dyan. May question ako, teka, hindi ko talaga pwedeng hindi matanong to eh. Sino naman ang nag-celestify sa puso mo?
Ay, naku,
Kasi hindi
oo nga
natin
pala.
napag-usapan si love life eh.
Oo nga.
Wag na yun. Wag na yung love life.
Akala mo nakalusot ka, yun parati yung ano eh.
Walang
Bakit?
walang
Oo.
Let's talk about hair.
Wala ba nagka-caress ng hair mo ngayon?
Nagka-caress ng hair mo
We're talking about
ngayon?
hair. Oo.
Oo, sinasabunutan ng buhok mo. Walang ganong
Hair
peg.
na lang. Hair na lang ang conversation.
Okay. Sige, wag na ang love life. My God. Oo,
yan.
kasi
I'll
Nasagot
tell you
na.
guys in private.
Ayan. Behind the chair, kumbaga.
behind
naman.
the chair na
Ayan.
lang. Behind the chair. Natatawa. Pero
Kaya kailangan, Jessie, mahawakan ko na yung buhok mo.
uy, promise
para may
Uy,
free ka
talaga,
na.
pag umuwi talaga ako dyan. Uy, or pag pumunta ka dito.
Or dito.
Kahit, pag pumunta ka dito, cause syempre wala ka namang yung proper equipment, right? Kahawakan mo lang yung buhok ko. Masaya na ako. Feeling ko, oo.
I can do it in private.
You can?
Kasi syempre wala akong, I'm not licensed.
Oo.
Ay,
Kahit
oo nga
ano
pala.
lang.
Damputin ako ng police.
Correct.
Hindi, pero ibig sabihin, I can,
Do it,
maybe
yes.
probably do it in your
My
porch.
Oh
Your
my God.
porch.
Oo. Imagine mo,
No, when I was-
masicelestify ako.
Pag nasa LA ako, because I have several friends. So, syempre, dala ko naman yung tools ko.
Yeah.
I usually am coming from somewhere. So meron akong gamit na dala, galing ako sa isang training or ganyan.
Yes.
Tapos bumibili ako ng gamit dyan eh. So, some friends would come over and I'd do their hair.
My
Tapos,
God.
minsan pupunta lang ako ng Sally's. Sabihin ko, ano ba dito? Kasi syempre, hindi naman ako licensed. So, hindi ako makabili dun sa
Oo.
mga Cosmoprof na
Yes.
mga stores, yung mga professional stores. But I would call my girlfriends and I'd tell them, kayo may lisensya, dala nyo ako ng ganito. So,
Oo.
I would do
Oh,
stuff for my friends. I would do their
ang galing.
highlights, their color,
Excited
cut their
ako.
hair. Oo.
Talagang pagdating na sabihin ko, uy, san, pagka medyo hindi ka na masyadong jet lag, paano talaga?
At saka pinakamasaya dyan, yung chika din.
Yung chika
Oo,
ang
ayan.
masaya.
Kita ko nga parang ang saya-saya nyo nila Tito Boy.
Ay, oo, sobra. Ay, nako, I'm sure nakapunta ka na ng mga wineries. Dito ba sa East Coast nakapunta ka na ng winery? Hindi pa?
Pupunta na ako ng East Coast pero hindi talaga, yan nga, dyan na, pumunta ako ng New York pero never akong nakaikot, talagang ikot. I only stayed for like,
What?
oo, nag-travel kami. We would normally travel there, kaming family, and our focus would always be Broadway. I mean, we would watch all the musicals
Yes,
and
yes.
then on.
Ang ganda rin naman.
Tapos, oo, talagang,
Worth it. Oo, worth it. Oo.
oo. Pero, nung huli, nung kay Angel, parang I was there for 5 days. 5 or 6 days.
Oh.
Tapos, lipad ako ng West Coast. Tapos, umuwi na ako. Kasi may trabaho eh. Kumbaga, that was
Oo.
really work. And then,
Work talaga.
Hindi siya for leisure,
Oo, oo,
100%.
oo.
hindi
Ayan.
eh.
O, alam
Kaya,
na ha.
yan na nga.
Kaya masaya rin kami yung nandito si Tito Boy. That full day was not work at all. It was about leisure. And we were happy that we were able to bring him, naikot namin siya, hindi lang sa city, but also in a
You
vineyard.
guys went to a vineyard. Nakita
Yes.
ko nga.
Yes.
With the cheeses, with that spread. And then,
Oo, and wine, oo.
Dadalhin ka namin ha sa
Kay-
vineyard
Kasi
naman.
ikaw ang next pag nandito ka. Kahit
Talaga
saan mo
yan,
gusto.
ah.
Hindi
Sana
lang doon sa mga
yan.
touristy, doon sa mga hole in the walls. Diba?
see, that's what I want.
Ah,
That's what I
talaga?
want.
Yes.
Hindi na yung touristy kasi I did the touristy stuff na eh.
Oo,
Gusto
oo.
ko yung mga hole in the walls, kayo mga locals, yan. Yung, dito ang mga ganito,
Oo,
ganyan.
hindi yung
Oo,
tipong
oo,
pang
ayan,
turista lang. O, di ba? Para maiba naman.
I like for locals to take me around. I always say that to my friends kasi kung nasaan man ako. O sige, dali.
Marami kang
And,
friends dito? Dito sa
Marami
New York?
akong friends sa Amerika. Sa New York, I have a lot of batchmates from school.
Ah, talaga. Ano rin, they
St.
do
Paul.
hairs? They do
Yeah.
hair or no? Or they
No,
do
no,
different?
no. No.
Yung sa
St.
Lasal pa.
Paul.
Oh, St. Paul.
Polinians.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, high school friends. Si
Oh.
Myra Gonzalez, Kizon, Marichelle. I have several friends there.
Ah, talaga?
So, oo. Kasi yung mga batchmates ko, because they're all living in that area in the East Coast. Syempre, kayo, di ba?
Oo,
Like,
oo.
kinakwenta mo sa akin kanina, Jcas, na you hung out last night with your friends.
Yes.
From
Oo.
college ba or high school?
College.
So, college. Ganun din. Kasi nandiyan kayo lahat eh. So,
Oo.
di ba, connect. Tapos,
Connect. Tapos
nagiging
kwentuhan.
kayo na yung,
Ayan.
Nako.
Kayo.
Or pwede rin yung, I'm sure, mga social yung mga batchmates mo, sasama kami ni Jessie, we'll kiki in a brunch. Brunch tayo.
Hindi
Ayan.
naman social, hindi naman. Diyos ko, they're super down to earth. I
Down
love
to
them.
earth,
They're
oo.
mga kababata ko pa to. So, alam mo yung pagkababata mo talagang hindi ka naman, Diyos ko, ano ba?
Di ba, ano-
They knew you from way
No?
back. So, hindi ka pwede umarte-arte.
Walang
diba?
arte-arte
Oo.
pagka tipong batukan kita dyan.
Oo.
Hindi yung pwede pagdating mo dyan, guys, you wanna be Celestified? Naku. Diba?
Pag-hugot.
Tumigil ka nga dyan. Diba?
Sampalin kita.
Hindi. Hindi, pero lahat sila nagsasabi, oy, kailan ba? Ganyan-ganyan na you can do our hair. Ganon. Parang I feel like in spite of, you get to meet so many famous people. You get to work with the best in the industry and ano. Pero yun nga, sabi nga ni Fadir, sabi ng dad is always to keep yourself grounded.
Yeah,
Parang you
correct.
have
True.
yung sinasabi niya parate na those who are humble will be exalted. And those who are exalted will be humbled. He always says that. Ulit-ulit yun.
Aww.
Anak, ganun lang tapak sa lupa ang paa. Parating nakatapak sa lupa. So, parang yun yung I just feel grateful and blessed all the time that I you know, get to do my passion, my work, and make people happy. Kasi ang
Ang
saya-saya nila
galing.
pagkatapos. Alam mo yun,
Oo,
yung
oo, oo.
parang, yun yung work ko.
Oo,
Nababayaran
parang,
ako. Tapos
oo, ang galing.
napapasaya ko kayo.
Oo nga, oo.
Galing.
Ang sarap
Oo.
naman.
Humble
Totoo
ka
yan.
talaga, no? Wala kang tipong, of course, I'm Celeste Tuviera. Of course, walang
Diyos ko,
gano'n.
ano
Parang,
yun?
talaga, galing. Ay, teka, ito, promise last question na to.
Last
Ako lagi
100 questions from
Oo,
Jessie.
promise last question. Hindi ka pa kasi ito, bigla ko lang naisip na, syempre, ang usually, magpakatotoo tayo, majority ng mga bading, sila yung talagang nagdo-dominate
Correct.
pagdating sa
Correct.
hair and makeup,
Correct.
'di ba?
Correct.
Era. I mean, Pilipinas and dito actually marami ring
Oo.
mga
Oo.
pero
Oo.
buti nagkaroon ka ba ng feeling na parang alam mo, medyo parang nag-doubt ka sa sarili mo, parang oh my God, patay. Parang or ano, paano ko i-handle tong mga baklitang to na sobrang gagaling na sila talaga ang nag-dominate ng mundo ng larangan ng mga buhok. So how did you deal with it?
I think from a mile away, alam nilang baklita din ako.
Baklang babae ito.
Walang problema.
Sino din ang baklang babae ito eh?
Oo,
Oo,
sabi ko, one of us din to eh. Kaya
One of us din
damdaman.
ito eh. Oo.
Pero
Hindi.
hindi, oo,
Kumbaga,
ayan.
Oo,
Oo.
hindi. Wala, hindi. Siguro, I think if you show them respect and you show them, galingan mo. Yun lang ang sagot.
Totoo.
Girl, galingan mo.
Talent, wala sa ano yan. Wala sa
Oo,
gender,
oo,
talent
oo.
is talent. Parang
Oo.
dito sa States, di ba na-discover ko rin, ang daming mga magagaling na hairdresser na straight men.
Oh, absolutely.
Pero dyan
the
yata
best-
sa Pinas, hindi uso yun, no? Parang,
Hindi
no?
uso. But the best teachers that I've had in Sassoon are all straight men. And the top international creative director for Sassoon is Marquez, who's straight. And so many of the other teachers, mga teachers ko sa LA, ganun din. Pero, going back to that, it doesn't matter. Gay, straight, and whatever. If this is your passion, or whatever your passion is, whatever line of work you want to be into, kung sino man yung nagdo-dominate dun sa na yon, sa field na yon, you will gain their respect if kaya mo maging professional. Galingan mo nga. Yun lang
Galingan mo. Totoo
yun
yan.
lang.
Prove them
Yun
wrong kung ano yung
lang.
naisip nila. Oo.
Yun lang. And then, kung ano yung standards ng industry, follow. You abide by the standards. And then, yung show up on time, be respectful of other
Professional.
people's
Professional,
time.
di ba?
Totoo.
Be a professional. Then later on, regardless, babae ka ba, babae kang bakla, bakla ka ba, o kung ano ka man.
Babaeng
If you're
palaka.
doing babaeng palaka, oo, okak, ano pa. If you do your work well and ginagalingan mo talaga, who's not gonna love you, right? Ang galing nito.
True.
Ang galing nito. Mapapaganon ka, di ba? Ang galing.
Oo.
Okay,
Kahit
you're
na,
in.
kahit na yung iba dun parang, alam mo yung may hating na parang, pero shit, ang galing talaga eh. Di ba mapapaganon pa rin
Oo.
sila, no? Kahit na, nakakainis, ba't nakuha niya to? Pero may ganun pa rin na, pero ang galing niya talaga eh. Di ba?
Napag-uusapan sa mga Pilipino yan, di ba? Minsan sinasabi nila yung crab mentality. Real talk.
Oo,
Real
yan.
talk. Totoo yan.
Madami
Oo.
yan dito sa States. Oo.
Crab mentality, di ba? Na parang iisipin, kasi nakarating na dun sa, parang gusto mong, magaling ka, pues.
Yes.
And the only way that I thought I'd be able to surmount that is yun pa rin, to be the best at saka don't ever think of other people as competition. Yun. Talaga for me, it's like, nung pumasok ako sa industriya, yung ikukumpara mo yung sarili mo, tapos, ganito. Kung gusto mo maging competitive, sa utak mo na lang. 'Di ba?
Yeah,
Sa
ganun
sarili
kami.
mo na
Yeah.
lang.
Sarili mo na
Challenge
lang.
yourself to even be better and better and better. Yun. Yung iba, wag mo nang, para sa akin, Diyos ko, napakaraming ulo sa mundo na hindi tayo mawawala ng mga kliyente pare-pareho. Hindi tayo mawawala ng mga tao that we can work with.
True.
So, if you're good and you're excellent and people love working with you, hindi ka mawawala ng work. Pero pag nagdiva-divahan ka na, nagpa-andar-andar ka na dyan, at ang feeling mo, I'm so good. I'm the best.
I'm the it girl and all
I'm the
that.
it. The next thing you know, mas hardworking, mas gutom, mas excited, mas
Yes.
eager. Who's waiting in the sidelines, who's gonna bite your butt, and the next thing you know, wala ka na.
That's correct.
Oh my
Yeah.
Right?
God.
Yes.
So it's like the better you get at things and the higher you go up, the humbler you should be. And
Tama.
Exactly.
the
That's what I was
easier
about
you
to
should
say.
be to work
Ganun
with.
ako eh. Once you think full of yourself, that's the start of your downfall.
Exactly.
Exactly. Totoo
Tama,
yan.
yung gusto ko yung sinabi mo, like, once you're up there, okay, yung sinasabi nila na, pag sobrang taas mo na, dapat, you're supposed to be more humble. You're
Yeah,
supposed
and
to be
to whom
reachable
much
to
is
everyone.
given,
Yeah.
much is
True.
expected.
Totoo.
Hindi ba?
Grabe,
Parang
galing.
andyan ka na eh. Kaya, yun isa sa mga kwento na parati kong sinasabi na nagsasayaw pa ako nun sa TV kay Sharon. Tapos sabay ang taping ng Home Along the Riles ni Tito Dolphy. So kami mga dancers, parati kami nagmamadali, panik sa hagdanan, ganyan-ganyan. Change costume, baba, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi it's also a live show, no? Yung Sharon Cuneta show before. Si Tito Dolphy was walking in the hallway, and we're talking about the king of comedy, right, Dolphy?
Yes, parang, wow.
Walking in the hallway, ako bumababa, ganyan. Kasi magko-cross talaga kami dahil ako patakbo dun sa kabilang studio. Siya, palabas ng studio, papunta ng dressing room. And you always meet people in the hallway. It just so happened this time, ako yung paganyan, eto si Tito Dolphy. And then, ang kaagad na sinabi niya, hello, good evening po. Alam mo yung,
Wow.
parang feeling mo, I'm not worthy.
Oh, parang
Yung
ganun.
Wow.
because this is one of the things that I realized. These big, just overwhelmingly famous and successful people, uunahan ka pa sa humility. Ikaw talaga yung, ito yung
Ang
mga
galing.
iidoluhin
Oo,
mo,
papaganon
ito yung
ka.
mga
Oo.
taong that you will look up to because
Wow.
there is nothing there that will make you feel intimidated or, hey, I'm big.
Oo nga.
Diba?
Galing,
Kaya pala sila successful.
Successful.
Kaya
Kasi
pala sila
talagang,
Kaya pala
oo,
sila
very
blessed.
grounded. Very
Parang lalo na
grounded.
experience natin with Ate V, yung na-interview namin like a month ago. Oh my God.
Sobra,
I saw in your
Wow. Sabi na,
Sobra siya.
she's so nice. Yung sa prep din, sabi ko, and grow so humble. Sabi ko,
Sobra.
she's the top actress right now. I can't believe we have her. And we're so honored. And she's like talking to us like we're,
And very, very humble
Alam mo
the way.
yun?
Oo. Sobra.
Sa level lang
if
niya,
you
ganun
think
siya.
about it, it only happens, I think, in a lifetime. You've got, when you say superstar, star for all seasons, megastar, and diamond star. Meron pa bang
Yes.
iba?
Oo.
That's
Yan yung mga
it.
top.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yes.
That's it. And then you got her, and she was talking like, diba, yun eh, that's what I'm saying. Someone
Yeah.
so big. I did her hair for a movie before. Pinaayos sa akin yung hair ni Ate V. And it was her production designer who said, okay, we want Celeste to, and her director. I think it was her movie with John Lloyd and Luis. I think that movie. Anyway, I cut her hair. Diyos ko, alam mo, kung may nerbyo, syempre meron. Kasi
Oo.
star
Talaga?
for all seasons,
Oo,
di ba?
syempre,
Parang
parang,
kahit
Oo.
paano. And this is for a character, di ba? So you wanna be very precise and on point. Kasi it's for a movie. Anyway, pagkatapos ko siya gawin, she was really happy and she kept saying thank you. She was so gracious. Such a gracious soul. And she was, thank you, Celeste. Oh, thank you so much. And tapos ikaw, hindi mo malaman kung paano kang parang,
Are you gonna bow down
so-
lower than
Oh,
ano ba
I
gagawin mo? Are you gonna curtsy? Ano ba?
yes.
Paano
Yes,
ko ba?
queen.
Oo.
Thank you, queen.
Oo, di ba?
Hindi mo alam kung
Yeah.
paano, but that's exactly one of the, the points that I'm trying to make na it's humbling to meet
Oo.
people like that.
And-
Then you
and-
realize,
yung-
reality
tsaka
check, di
yung
ba?
mga
Parang,
idols
uy.
din na we love to see and ang sarap ng feeling makilala mo sila and they're very humble and nice, no? Talagang you will
Parang
love
kung
them
sila
more.
nga,
Oo.
kung sila nga ganun ka humble, parang tapos nandun na sila sa taas. So who are we,
Wala
right?
tayong karapatan lahat.
Like that.
Yun ang
Oo.
Magmamaganda
after kay Vilma,
kayo?
kay Vilma sabi ko, wala
Magmamaganda
tayong karapatan lahat magyabang. Si Vilma nga, bait-bait ang humble. Oh my God.
Totoo,
That's
totoo yan.
very true. Very
Yeah, tsaka
true.
kindness talaga, no? Yun yung importante, no? Yung kindness and being humble and always, ito pa, tsaka respect. Respect
Oo.
din. Kasi merong
Yun
iba,
talaga.
may mga iba na, well, hindi naman, sa kami, so far, wala pa naman kaming, lahat ng, thank God, lahat ng na-interview namin, talagang very respectful, very kind so far. Pero,
Yeah.
alam mo, yung mga ibang naririnig-rinig mo na parang, kumbaga, kung sino yung bago, sila pa yung parang, nakalimutan ata nila na, teka
Oo.
saglit, bago ka lang ha. Parang, I think
Yes.
kinain sila nung fame. That they became so famous that
Once
fast.
you
na,
start believing that,
yeah, and then
Oo
they
nga.
forgot
You're
about,
done.
you know, they
Yes.
forgot about being humble. So, ay, naku, parang ikaw,
Yeah.
imagine mo Celeste Tuviera na, ganito pa ka-humble.
ano bang ibig sabihin nun?
Oh, di ba? Parang,
Tuviera.
di ba?
Oo.
My God!
Parang parang hindi kayong sikat na superstar, pero ikaw yung speak easy. Diba? Alam mo, ayan.
Ooh, I love that.
Ayan. Mas malakas ang dating nun.
I love that.
Diba?
God,
Marami
maraming...
kayong speakeasy dyan, dadalhin niyo ako.
Meron.
Tara!
Meron sa ilalim ng Chinatown. Hindi ko pa alam kung bukas eh. Parang ano daw yung parang laboratory bar. Parang they concoct drinks there. Oo.
Meron ba sa Chinatown yun?
Sa ilalim yung akala mo ano lang, ordinary
Oh.
restaurant lang siya, pero sa baba, boom, nandoon yung ano.
Punta tayo.
Oo.
Wait,
Hula Rouge.
are you guys best friends? You're best.
Yes.
Yes. Since 2014
how
and 2015.
And this is how the show became a show.
Yeah.
Oo.
You
Kasi
guys got together and you're the best of friends, and then you decided, well, we want to have a show together.
Ganun,
Yeah.
ano lang, wala, as in, this is how we talk talaga.
Oo.
Sa normal,
Kitchen table
ganito
talk.
lang, ganito
Yeah.
lang. Nagkakampasan
Yeah,
tayo.
over a glass or two because we love to drink. So, inuman and talking to people, ganon.
Ganun lang.
That's
Kasi
it.
ganito na.
Yeah.
Ganito na.
Ang saya naman.
Nandito pa kami, kahit pa paano. Thank you,
Ay,
Lord.
paano, ganyan. Magkakaraoke tayo.
Praise God. I love it.
Oh my God, nakakatawa.
I
Sana
had
talaga.
so much fun.
Sobra, thank
Uy,
you.
kami din.
Diyos ko,
Oh my
nakakaya.
God.
Alam mo, magto 2 hours na tayo.
Oo.
Pasensya
diba?
na. Diyos ko,
Ano
12:30
nangyari?
a.m. na.
Ganyan
Thank
talaga.
you so
So,
Time,
I
time
had-
flies when you're having fun.
Sobra, no?
I had so much fun with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, my God. Sana
At saka
talaga pag... Oo.
I was asking Pilarski. I was like, bakit ako? Nahiya ako.
Oo.
Sabi ko, bakit ako? Talaga ba ako?
Oo.
Sabi niya, yeah, we wanna. So I'm
Oh,
really
it's an
honored.
honor. It's an
thank
honor.
you. Thank you for guesting me here, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate both of you for being so nice and so welcoming.
My God.
Salamat.
Oo, Diyos ko. Maraming salamat. Si Kay Morales kaya, kala ko nga po sila charot. Kami yung
Ay,
charot.
wag naman tayong ganyan, Kay.
Oo.
Alam mo, magkasawa ba tayo? Hindi ba
Award?
bakalang bakla para sa inyo? Ano ba gusto
I
ninyo?
know. Award talaga. Yung
Oo.
iba gumagano. Akala nga namin, wedding, kumbaga kasal na kayo. Nagkukulutan lang
Ano
kami,
ba gusto
hindi
ninyo?
yun yung tongko.
Isuot ko pa yung wig
Sige na,
line
baka.
ni Celeste para ganyan, para sabihin nyo na babae ako. Nako, talaga naman.
Pareho
Talaga
nagigis matan.
naman.
Oo, Diyos ko. Parehas pa kami niyan. Siguro pag nandito si Les, hindi pang may mga gwapo.
Pero pag nandito ka, mas lalo pa mas maganda yung usapan natin at saka yung
Oo.
chika talagang my God.
So, punta tayo sa mga bar,
Explosive.
tapos magaganon lang tayo. Bakla, tara, pabastos tayo, dali.
Pabastos talaga?
Parang gusto ni Jcas yung pabasto.
Sige, ako muna salang. If
Hindi
you
siya
wanna follow
talaga yun.
suit, it's up
Pero
to
para
you.
sa kanya yun. Para sa kanya yun. Bakla, pabastos tayo, dali.
Marami kami mga we call ampons in the family.
Talaga?
Oo, na just to prove a point, na vakler. Kasi in my family, isa-isa kasi may mga friends o mga bex na isasama ko sa bahay, ganyan. Tapos nagiging close na sa family. Maya-maya may isa na naman bex. Join na naman sa family. May isa na naman. Hanggang ang dami-dami ng bex sa family.
Oh, wow.
Parang mga ampon namin.
Para mga pusa, kinuha mo sa mga
That's a
askan.
super fun house then. Wow.
Ay, grabe.
Para ka palang yung house mother.
Firm.
Diba?
Oo.
Yung show
Oo nga.
dito yung pose eh. Kasi yung mga stray, yung mga stray na
Mga
mga
stray
gays
cats
dito sa
or
New
mga
York.
ascals, kinukuha.
Kinukuha niya, tapos ang tawag sa kanya, this is the house of Tuviera. Parang ganyan. House of Celeste. Yes, ganon. Oo.
Bahay ampunan.
Yeah, parang House Evangelista, yes.
Hindi kasi, ano talaga, parang we wanted them to be part of the family na rin. Kaya pag merong kahit na anong crisis in our house or in the family or let's say a celebration, they're always there. Present sila
Aba.
sa lahat. Oo.
Ang saya naman.
Oo, kasama
Ang saya.
Wow.
ang mga vox.
Yeah.
Ng
Oo.
mga vax, no?
Hindi ka pa naman
Thanks
tinuturuan nila ng death drop. Alam mo ba yon?
Ano yun?
Yung sa
Death
grupo,
drop?
death drop, yung parang ilulupasay ka na lang
Oh
bigla.
my God!
Sa
Gusto ko
sahig.
yun.
Diba?
Okay, okay.
Sa RuPaul.
I watched that. Oo.
Oo,
watched
yan.
that.
Akala ko naman, Jekas, ano yung sinasabi mo? Parang
Gaganon
throat
ka pero hindi
something yung
tatama yung
narinig
ulo mo
ko.
sa sahig. Ganon. Oh my
Parang,
God.
ang parang
Talent.
pagkakarinig ko, deep throat. Ano ba yun?
Wait, ano oras na ba?
Kasi flat
Oo nga eh.
It's past 12 na pa. It's OAGOT after midnight na ba? Oh my God.
Visit ka?
Ayan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ano-
Ate
ano nila-
Pilar,
ano
salamat
nila-
talaga for
Celeste kasi
introducing
Celeste
Celeste
kasi
to
pag-
us. Ang saya.
Pag depende na sa guest, pagka inunahan mo ako ng bastusan, ay nako.
Nagtutuloy-tuloy.
Game na game. At kasi no holds bar dito eh. Pwede ka magmura kung anong trip mong gawin. Oo.
Pwede kahit
It's an
ano.
open show, yes.
Oh my
Ay,
God.
grabe. You guys.
Hi, Celeste. Maraming
Thank you
salamat.
very much.
Sabi ni,
Thank
huy, nakakaya. 2 hours na pala.
Wala, nagsichikahan na lang kami. No, kaso nga
Oo
lang
nga
na,
eh.
oo, may
Maraming
camera.
salamat,
Oo.
guys. Maraming salamat. Hi, Diyos ko, Lord. Teka,
Thank
Celeste.
you rin.
Oo, before we end the show,
Yes.
please,
May show pala.
Oo nga. Kwentuhan lang talaga to.
Oo.
Teka, may ano ka ba gusto, nawala tuloy ako. Any,
Ayan.
you wanna plug or last message mo sa lahat ng mga backlos sa mga nanonood sa iyo.
Oo, sa buong mundo
At manonood
ngayon.
pa nito. Yes,
No,
go
I
ahead.
just wanted to thank everybody who came to watch the show, and on Over a Glass or Two. Naks. Ganda ng title. Alam mo, ganda ng title ng show. No, but I also would like to
Di ba sa Shal?
Shala. And then I would also like to invite everybody to, visit the Celestified channel on
Yes.
YouTube.
Panoorin natin.
I would love to share the stories about all these very interesting people who sit on my chair. And I'm hoping that you guys will learn also as much as I learn from them every time they would sit on my chair. So yun lang. Maraming salamat to everybody. Thank you.
Oo. At saka,
Thank you so
ay,
much.
recorded itong podcast natin and
Okay.
Sure.
itong
Marami
live show.
silang
So,
matututunan.
pag-ikot pa nito mamaya and tomorrow sa buong mundo, mas marami pang makakakilala sa iyo, Celeste.
Wow.
At marami
Oh my God.
magpapacelestified ng mga
At matutuwa
taga-US.
sa how
Yes.
bait you are talaga.
Grabe, no?
And getting to
Ay,
know
it's an
you.
honor.
Oo.
It's an
Thank
honor. It's
you.
an honor.
Thank you, you guys.
Salamat
Ako
again.
din.
Oo. Maraming salamat, Ate Pilar, ha? Thank you
Thank you, Ate
talaga.
Pilar. We love you.
Love you, love you.
Aw,
Okay,
sweet.
JCast, close our show for
Yes.
for this morning.
Ano na ba, more night, yes. Thank you everyone
Yes.
and mga ka-OAGOT for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to share this amongst your friends and also please follow us here in Over a Glass or Two in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and also subscribe to our Over a Glass or Two YouTube channel. Miss Celeste Tuviera, we were Celestified this morning. Thank you very much. Nakipagkulitan ka sa amin and hanging out. And also, we're excited about your YouTube show kasi alam mo, gusto ko yung sinasplice mo yung episodes eh. So, we're all like teased
Tsaka
to
ang
watch
social,
more.
no? Ang
Oo, ang
social.
social. Ang ganda ng setup, yung production.
setup and
Yes.
everything.
Oo.
Galing. Thumbs up talaga, sobra.
Thank you.
Oo.
Thank you very much.
Let's have our last toast for this morning.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
Celeste and mga ka-OAGOT, amidst the pandemic, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it over
A glass or two.
Bye, Celeste. We love
Thank
you.
Celeste.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
You, Pilar.
See
Bye,
you tomorrow.
everyone. Good night.
Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining M-Skull. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum.